5 elements were known: MCing, DJing, graffiti had grown, B-boy and knowledge, the pillars of the game, but a sixth emerged, adding to the flame. Comics and hip-hop, a fusion so tight, visual storytelling, lyrics that ignite, from the pages to the beats, a seamless blend, the sixth element where two worlds transcend.
Welcome to the Sixth Element Show, where comics and hip-hop flow. Reno and Stu guiding the way, bringing you the culture every day. Welcome to the Sixth Element Show, where comics and hip-hop flow. Reno and Stu.
What up, y'all? Sixth Element in the building. I'm your host, Reno Noir. This is Stu Dog right here. What happened to our little name tags, bro? We used to have little name tags.
I know. Like StreamYard.
How Megan? What's the name you took off our?
It's on my thing. Like where I can see myself on the.
Yeah, I thought
on the thing, but it's not on our.
I just noticed that. Like I just realized that those haven't been there. Those have not been there for a while. Well, I'm Reno, and that's Stu Dog. Since you can't see anymore, we'll fix that. Don't worry. I understand. But yeah, no, it's we usually don't do this. We never do this. We've never done this. We don't talk politics. I don't even like saying that word. We don't talk about Trump. We don't talk, but
no, we don't get into the politics thing.
I got
it's just not a thing. It's just not a thing. But sometimes you gotta rise up.
Yeah, exactly, dog. Exactly. That's how I felt. Like it was like this isn't even cool, bro. I was really. I mean, I'm not ashamed to say, bro. I was.
Sure, bro,
like a fucking. You know how you get so mad, and when you were little, you got so mad, and your eyes water, you tear up, like you're almost crying. You're so mad.
Yeah.
Like I was at that point today, bro. Like I haven't felt like that in my. I was just like I felt like my blood was boiling, dog, and I just. It's like because it's too much, bro. At this point, it's like it's too much, and you're not even getting no type of repercussions, or no one's doing nothing. Slay, what up? Peace. You know, and obviously, you know, many of us knew nothing would much come, but honestly, I think a lot of us felt like once the evidence came out, once there was proof, then maybe we'll impeach or we'll get this sick fuck out of here. But it's black and white. His name is in there tens of thousands of times, Stu. I could show you. I'm gonna show you where where victims are alleging a man named Donald Trump doing literally, and I don't know how we're gonna get past these buzzwords. Honestly, YouTube, don't even monetize this one, bro. Don't even monetize this one. I don't give a fuck because it ain't even about that. Like I'm not even.
We can just say 47. Let's just say 47.
No, fuck it.
I mean, well, other channels say it. Other channels say his name, and they say it, and they do, and they go all in. So
yeah, you know,
I think we'll be all right. I think we'll be cool, bro. Because I watch a channel. And you all should watch. It's called Midas Touch, and they hate Donald Trump, like literally hate him. And some of the stuff they put up there and say, and all, like they've had whole interviews. Like they've interviewed people that was in his cabinet, stuff like that, on his first term, and asked about him. So we should be good.
Honestly, bro, sometimes it's not even Trump that I got problem with. It's his supporters, dog. And at this point, and a lot of people, you know why the show's late today, guys? Because a lot of people have been trying to hold me back from doing the show tonight. A lot of people were telling me, don't do it, Reno, don't do it. Because I know it's going to alienate some fans of toys, some fans of comics, some fans of movies, blah, 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 blah. But honestly, bro, if you are supporting a man that has been proven now to RAPE younglings, threaten to KILL younglings, and we have this documented now, and you're still making excuses, I think you're the problem. Because dog, it's at this point, how can you defend that? What are you gonna say now? You're gonna say now, oh, it's not that bad. They're trying to downplay pedoism. They're trying to downplay child pornography. They're trying to downplay trafficking. They're trying to act like it's not that bad. All right, it's not illegal to party with Epstein. Literally, what the fucking head of the DOJ said. It's not illegal to party with Epstein. It is full blown illegal to party with Epstein. You know why? Because he traffics in children, and that is a crime. And if you patronize that party, it's called you're a criminal, bro. You're a sick fuck. And it's not even like, and I'm also pissed off with them trying to just put all this off on Epstein. And a lot of people, oh, you know, Epstein. Trump administration is giving us the truth. What? They gave us 5% of the fucking files, dog. They redacted most of it. And it's all shit with Trump that they're redacting. And so it's like, I find it offensive that they're trying to convince us, gaslight us, that he's somehow the hero here or doing the right thing. This man came on and said, why are we talking about this Epstein stuff? Let's talk about something people care about.
Listen, Reno, he campaigned. Listen, let's take it back. So in 2025, 2024, he campaigned on that. Like, he literally campaigned on the fact that he was going to get the Epstein files released, the client list, whoever was on it, everybody that was there, all of the people that were on the island. Like, he went into detail, and he was like, "Oh, when I become president, I'm gonna get the Epstein files. At least you guys are gonna know. The public needs to know." That was his exact words. He said he campaigned on it. He promised it. Also, he says promises made, promises kept. Okay, so if you tell them not to redact it, which they shouldn't have redacted, what they redacted, because the argument now is you tried so hard, you redacted more information about the perpetrators than the victims.
Mm-hmm.
So obviously your redactions were to protect the perpetrators, not the victims. Like you said, oh, we had to redact so a certain amount of things so that the victims are kept hidden. But you redacted, your redactions are more in benefit for.
And they didn't even redact the names and photos of the victims. That's the crazy thing.
That's the crazy part.
Nude pictures of kids in these files, guys, and I've seen shit in here that'll make.
So now we know that they pissing on our boots and telling us it's raining. That's where we're at with this Epstein thing. That's where we're at right now. So for all the supporters and all you guys that voted for this is what you got. Every time, and you notice every time it comes up, a big distraction comes up. Like today, he said the S&P is at 5,000 points. Thinking that would distract from it. The thing he put up about the Obamas, that's going to distract. Anything that happens is a distraction from the Epstein files, because once we find out or get solid proof, which we have, but they want like a public hanging of that. Once that comes out, I mean, we'll see what happens. He's done. He's done now. He's done for midterms. He's done for everything. Man. He's a sicko.
Well, I just want to say that for those people who come to our channel for all that good comic and hip hop and all that, there's plenty of that tonight. We got plenty of that for y'all. We got Spider-Man. We got Daredevil. We got Wolverine. We got the X-Men. We got Magneto. We got toys. We got
Voltron.
He-Man.
Don't forget Voltron.
We got it all.
Yeah, the live action. Now they're saying this live action Voltron. I've been soaking up information about it all day. They're saying that this live action Voltron is about to go all in. Like, it's about to be the most cartoon accurate live action movie that we've ever seen.
I'm very excited.
And Henry Cavill is in it. It's a lot of big names in it that are the 5 Lion Drivers. They're all big names, and they're saying that this is going to be the movie, the live action cartoon movie that we always wanted but never got.
Exactly. And
I'm a big fan of Voltron.
I can't wait, bro. I'm so excited. Like I love all the fact that all this cool 80s stuff that we grew up with as kids is coming back with like these cool reboots, and like I love it. It's a great thing to kind of bring us back, man, to them times when things weren't so crazy and disgusting. And I know that sounds so like cliche, like, oh, back in my day when things weren't so bad. No, but it honestly, bro, like at this point, like we knew all this stuff. We knew all this shit. We knew all this shit. But to actually have it now come out full blown evidence and nothing has happened over it and no one's doing anything about any of it and nobody, that's the shocker and the kicker for a lot of people. I'm not all that shocked or kicked because again, I not only did I know about all this shit, but I knew that they knew and they really didn't care if we knew. I mean, the way that they, talk in code and do shit right in front of our faces and act like, and think that we just couldn't possibly catch on. It's quite yeah, it's really but I'm gonna show you some files right here that are really going to make you, it's gonna blow your mind how nothing is being done. Watch what I show you. There's a couple things. I'm gathering some shit. Bro, watch this shit, dog. Watch this shit, dog. Just watch. I got you. Watch. I promise. Watch. Just give me a minute. Give me 1 second.
No. Go ahead. Yeah, why are you doing that? The reason why some of you might say, why nobody's doing anything, nobody's saying that, is because they're scared of political backlash, which they shouldn't be. That the Constitution is written so that you have to fear no man politically, especially the president. The Constitution is specifically written so that the president cannot abuse his power. There are something called checks and balances. There are 3 separate individual operating branches of government, because if it was all one government, it could be corrupted. So that's why we had 3, and each one is over the other. So when you go vote, don't vote all the way down. When people tell you, and I just want everybody to know,
not all in one
that's
party.
why they tell you, right? They tell you, oh, just vote down, just go all the way down, just hit every button all the way down, hit the ticket, hit the one button that do the whole ticket. No, when you did that, you doomed yourselves, because now you voting in these nutballs that might not have the same views as you as far as the government's supposed to be run, and they're just letting this guy get away with everything. So if they don't say anything, then nothing gets done. So now when midterms come, it's time to vote them out. So now when you go vote your ticket down once again, straight down. And that should be the last time you do it. When I voted. I did vote for some Republicans because I know that who they are and what they stand for. And I voted mostly
there now.
Yeah, mostly Democrats. So it depends on
it's like Kevin Davis says, at the end of the term, or even right now, if they do get him out, they're gonna just vote JD Vance in, which honestly is even scarier than Trump. He's just a younger version with less sharding in public. It's basically the only thing. He said we knew Trump was in the files because Epstein said so. So many people told us, and it's not even a question anymore now. Like I'm about to show you. Okay, he's in here tens of thousands of times, and here's some of the things that his name is when it pops in. First, let's go back. Let's remember Elon. Remember Elon did this. Time to drop the really big bomb. Donald Trump is in the Epstein files. That's the real reason they've not been made public. That's his homie. That's his man, 50 grand. Now check this out. This is out of the Epstein file. Trump, who then proceeded to forcibly rape the plaintiff. Johnson, during the course of this savage sexual attack, plaintiff Johnson loudly repeated with defendant Trump, please wear a condom. Defendant Trump responded, violently striking plaintiff Johnson in the face with his open hand and screaming that he would do whatever he wanted as he refused to wear protection. After achieving sexual orgasm, the defendant, Donald Trump, put his suit back on, and when the plaintiff, I'm not even going to say her name, in tears asked defendant Trump, not because you know what, Katie Johnson, let's give her some props. In tears asked Donald Trump, what would happen if he impregnated her? Defendant Trump grabbed his wallet, threw some money at her, and screamed that she should use the money to get a fucking abortion. That's my president. That's my president. I love the people on online with it whenever they post little gangster pictures of Trump, like AI gangster videos, and people in the comment all proud. That's my president. Like as if having a gangster for a president is somehow a good thing. But yeah, this is your president. Check this out. You know what? Let's don't even go to that. Let's go to this one. Let's go to this one. This is the Epstein files, y'all. Online complainant reported she was a victim and witness to a sex trafficking ring at the Trump golf course in Rancho Palos Verdes, California, between 1995 and 1996. And I want y'all to keep in mind, this is well before not only that he was president, but before anyone even thought that he possibly ever could be or would run for president. She had no political motives here. There's no reason for them to make this up about remember Donald Trump. Then at this time he was like, remember in the 80s he was the symbol of money and capitalism in America. Then that shit died out. He kind of lost his money. Then he died out. Then he became a nobody. Then he became a reality TV star.
Yep.
And all during that low point in his time, he's rocking with the Steen. So he says, complaint reported Ghislaine Maxwell as the madam and broker for sex parties, clients of whom included Epstein, Robin Leach, and Donald Trump. These are just Robin Leach. Robin fucking Leach.
What?
Trump, Ghislaine, Epstein, and Leach. Trump complaint reported participating in orgies, and some girls went missing, rumored to have been murdered and buried at the facility. Complainant reported being threatened by Trump's then head of security that if she ever talked of what went on there or who she saw, he would end up as fertilizer for the back nine holes like the other cunts.
What? Wait a minute.
Yeah, dog. This is what is in the Epstein files, and this man is still our president. This is just some of the shit, dog. Like it gets so dark. It gets so much darker. Complaint claims to have the video of the high-profile sex parties, dealings with cartels, and having witnessed Robin Leach strangle a young girl to death at a party. This is not made up. You can't make this shit up. This is not AI. Didn't create this. This isn't some bullshit. This is the files that the government has released to us. Claims that he was contacted by a female victim of Epstein's who wants to publish. He could pay her a lot of money. Bill Clinton. Trump, the president, had parties at Mar-a-Lago called Calendar Girls. Jeffrey Epstein would bring the children and Trump would auction them off.
This is getting crazy. I ain't never heard of this. This is getting crazy.
All right, here we go.
And we know whatever's in there is true because Epstein, he made a deal. And that was his deal. His deal was, like it was similar to Bill Cosby's. I tell you everything. I get, y'all take care of me.
Yo, you ain't coming on, Spade? You got the link, didn't you, bro? I think Vel coming on too.
Okay. Yeah, that's crazy, man. Like, and I've heard, a lot of people that actually read them, like before they even came out, was like, look, his name is in there. It's definitely in there. But I don't understand tens of thousands of times. I don't understand how he doesn't realize, because he campaigned on that. Like, that's like saying I did something wrong. I know I did it wrong. I got caught, but yet I'm campaigning on the fact that I'm gonna get everything told about it. Like he can't. Like nobody.
Well, you know why? Because he knew that he would have control of what got released.
That is true.
He knew he had control of what was redacted and what got released and all that stuff. At least
look at Cash Patel. Look at Cash Patel. He's a fucking YouTuber. He's a podcaster, and he's the head of the FBI.
Yeah, it's ridiculous, dude. Check this out. Let's get through.
Oh, go ahead. Let's go. Wait a minute, man. I gotta shut up and see this, man. Hold up.
Caller reported that in 1987, a friend, victim number 1, was out drinking and then ended up at Trump Plaza. Victim 1 saw Donald Trump and wanted to meet him. An unknown man approached her and offered to introduce her to Trump. The unknown man gave victim 1 a drink, and victim 1 woke up naked and sore with $300 on the bed. Victim 1 didn't remember how she got in the room, remembering that she was seeing a flash of Trump's face. Victim 1 called the caller and told her that she thought she'd been raped. Victim 1 did not go to the hospital to have a rape kit performed because she didn't think anyone would believe her, especially because she was drunk. Victim 1's husband's business had problems with suppliers, and Victim 1 believed Trump was behind it. Victim 1 also started dating a lawyer, identifiers unknown, who was married. Victim 1 had a fight with the lawyer boyfriend and went to the bar. Victim 1 left with the bar, the man who no one recognized, who seemed familiar with Victim 1. Victim 1 was never seen again. A few years ago, remains were discovered that matched the description of what Victim 1 was wearing when she went missing. DNA tests were inconclusive at the time. Do y'all understand what the fuck this is saying? All right, moving on. Check this out.
Yeah.
Spade, what up, man?
What's up, bro?
Welcome. All right,
Yo,
Bomb.
Spade.
What's happening, bro?
What's up, man?
Shit.
Declassified female who was forced to perform Trump approximately 35 years ago in New Jersey. The friend told approximately 13 or 14 years old when this occurred, and President Trump while performing oral sex. The friend was something after she launched about biting President Trump, the blank also abused by Epstein. Reported as a friend, redacted, who was an Epstein in Florida, who was a something Epstein in Florida from 1986 to 91 or 92. This something, some guests of Epstein's parties include Bill something and Trump. And then it says here, Jeffrey Epstein, Donald Trump, and Bill Clinton. And we're going to get into the Clintons too, because the Clintons are getting caught up in this. And now the Clintons, you know, they're getting ready to, Hillary and them, they're like, go ahead. They're like, fuck it. Let's do this shit publicly. And we're going to tell it all. Like, y'all want to fucking throw us under the bus? Okay. Let's do this publicly and live. And that's what Hillary wants. It's like, we can do that position, but I want it live and in a press conference.
What is the reason for that?
Oh, yeah.
The reason is
I'm gonna say
no, that, and the main reason is that they're saying, like, look, you called us in here over something that happened years ago, and you really don't have any evidence that we did anything wrong, but you do have evidence that he did. So why is it that we have to come in and talk under oath, but you never asked him to come talk under oath, even when he wasn't president? So let's do this. We're going to talk on that. We'll do exactly what you asked, only with the understanding that when it's his turn, he got to come up there. And as president, he can't come up there and speak under oath. There's no law saying that he can't. And they can subpoena him. And so that's why the Clintons is doing it. They're like, all right, well, if we do it, he got to do it. So they agreed to it. So they said, okay, we'll subpoena everybody that's in the files that needs to be subpoenaed if we have questions for them. So then the Clintons was like, yeah, we want to do it live. We want to do it publicly. We want to do it like, so that when it's his turn, and it will be his turn, that's why they did it. Yeah. It's actually a setup. It's more of a setup than anything else in the long run.
Yeah. Yeah, and then look, it says something caller attended 8 parties at Epstein's New York. Something occasion caller reported she was sexually abused, assaulted by something occasion 2 twin brothers, Alan and Orrin. Something black down. No, that was not about anymore. So then what do we read this one? Yeah. And then there's this last one here. No, this is not the last one. There's more. Donald Trump, the president, had parties at Mar-a-Lago called Calendar Girls. We've seen this in other files. All this stuff is like repeated file after file in different victims' sources. Calendar Girls. Every Epstein would bring the children in, and Trump would auction them off. He measured the children's VULVA and VAGINAS by entering a finger and rated the children on tightness. The guests were older men and included Elon Musk, Don Jr., Trump, Ivanka Trump, and Eric Trump were there. Attorney Alan Dershowitz was also there with attorney Bob Shapiro. We were taken in rooms, forced to give oral sex to Donald J. Trump, forced to allow him to penetrate us. I was 13 years old when Donald J. Trump, RAP, E'd me. Ghislaine Maxwell was also present.
Well, she was, and now she's in a. Here's the crazy part about her, because they don't want her to talk or be interviewed. They moved her from a maximum security prison, where she got life in prison, to a minimum security facility in Texas, where she now has a puppy. She can go out. She can chill all day. It's nothing like the prison that she was in. And they moved her. So the head of the DOJ moved her for a reason. No other president, no other head of the DOJ would have ever did that. It's like, you stuck in prison, dog. That's what it is. And so, for whatever reason, I really think that they don't want her to talk, because in prison, a news crew could come in there and say, "Hey, we want to interview such and such," and they said, "Oh, there's no law saying they can't. It's just whoever the warden or administrator of the prison can be like, hey, y'all can come in there and talk to us. No big deal. No problem with it. It's been done before." So it's just a lot of paperwork to get it done. So they moved her so that nobody can interview her. So now there's minimum security, which she should not be in. A person who received life in prison should not be in a minimum security facility with a dog. In no state in America it happens. Not even in Hawaii or Alaska.
What else? We got 04 and 05. Sir Ivan Wilzig hosted a party where Epstein, Sammy Sosa, and Donald Trump were in attendance. Patti LaBelle's PR agent stood at the door. At the party, caller met an individual who was approximately 18 to 23 years of age, who was brought home from Oklahoma for a modeling job, but then sold to a man in France. Several women were being auctioned, and a woman possibly known as Colette, LNU, was the madam. A couple years later, caller saw Colette at the Cheetah Club in New York. She told one of the Santos friends that Jamie Foxx was interested in spending the night with her and that he could pay her a lot of money. This is the kind of shit that's in the Epstein files, dog. And it's the fact that they've only given us a small portion, and the fact that they're like redacting so much and worried so much about what we're going to find out about Trump. And this is what they gave us.
Well, we know that we know that they spent more time and energy redacting information about the perpetrators.
Look what I just read you, and that's what they allowed us to see.
Yeah.
What are they hiding?
I would love to see more. I mean, Epstein's supposed to be some type of super spy, like he's supposed to be a billionaire super spy. No, that's what that's what he's supposed to be. I mean,
he wasn't a super spy, dog. He was basically a procurer.
No, we know that. No, we know that. But I'm saying,
no, he was, and he had government funding because he serviced governments. He serviced political power, people in power. Honestly, I think the reason why no one's totally outraged is because it's not just Trump. It's not just this. It's all of them. It's all of them.
But he campaigned on putting it out, thinking that it's going to hurt all his political enemies, all his foes.
Because he thought he was going to hide everything except that, but no.
But he's in there a lot, and it just keeps getting deeper. But it's going to blow up sooner or later. I'm waiting for. I got my popcorn. I'm waiting on the show. I'm waiting on. I can't wait.
Oh yeah.
I just think feed his ass to the sharks.
Feed him to the sharks.
Drop him off in the middle of the ocean somewhere and swim, bitch. Bottom line. That's how I feel about him. Even before he decided to run for president, even back in the 90s, I just never liked him. Like, he grimy then, he's even worse now.
Yeah. And that video he put out was horrible. It was horrible.
Yeah, I mean, that's another thing, which I didn't want to put it on the thumbnail, so I redacted their faces, because honestly, what kind of pissed me off is that I'm seeing literal thumbnails on YouTube of this.
Yeah.
That's just the thumbnail on YouTube, and it's like, how is it okay to just have that as thumbnails and just fucking keep posting that shit? Like, yeah, and then you have Karens like this. Please stop the fake outrage and report on something today that I'm actually American matters to the American public. I don't think I mean, I wasn't fakely outraged.
I wasn't either.
I was pretty fucking pissed. I'm still pretty fucking pissed. White House staffer erroneously made the post. It has been taken down. A staffer erroneously made the what is an erroneous post, first of all? Oh, we didn't how do you erroneously, and then a staffer, name the motherfucker, let's roast him. Where's he at? How come you're not crucifying this bastard? Just a staffer who what?
Name is Donald J. Trump.
Exactly. You telling me this staffer got Trump's phone and had access to all this his accounts and shit, and he's just some random staffer? Come on, bro. It's Trump. Like, there's no question that Trump tweeted the shit in some boomer, brain fart, old man, racist, not even realizing what he was probably doing type shit. This dude's taking shit on himself in public, bro. Like, he literally shit himself the other day.
Did he really?
Oh, you did? We getting ready to go in, bruh.
Yeah.
Now, hold on, Brito. I didn't hear about that.
Oh yeah, he sharded in front of the press. They fucking rushed everybody out of the room, the press and shit, like it was a noxious gas. Bro, he said, and so after the Obama bullshit, Tim Scott, nobody said shit. No one took, but they're acting like, oh, we took it down. They didn't rush to take it down. It didn't get taken down until the only black senator at the time, Tim Scott, posted praying it was fake because it's the most racist thing I've seen out of the White House. The president should remove it. Only then did they post this and remove it.
Well, you heard what Jeffrey Epstein, I mean, not Jeffrey Epstein, Hakeem Jeffrey said from New York, senator from New York.
Mm-mm.
When they interviewed, they asked him about it, he just had 2 words to say. And I've never heard Hakeem Jeffries talk like that. He just said, F Trump, straight up and down. And he didn't say F Trump. He said the whole word. He dropped the F bomb, and that's all he said. When they asked him about it, it was like F Trump. And stepped off. I said, damn, like hard.
These are my posts. I can show it.
Thousands and thousands of times. In those files, there's highly disturbing allegations of Donald Trump raping children, of Donald Trump threatening to kill children, human trafficking minors for these sex parties. Yes, you're guilty because patronizing is part of the law, the federal sex trafficking law. They release a lot of pictures of minors unredacted, just violated the privacy of these girls. It is uncalled for. What they did was to invade the privacy of these women now who were girls at the time who were victims of sex trafficking.
Were you able to hear that real good?
Yeah. He used to work for JAG. He used to be a JAG interrogator and lawyer.
This is on C-SPAN. Like they're literally exposing. He's in there tens of thousands of times, killing and rape and RIPing, younglings. So, all right, here goes the shark heard around the world. This is called Sharkgate. So just watch. You'll see a little countdown. It'll go 3, 2, 1, and then there's a very tiny sound. It's just like that. But keep in mind, there's no mic like next to his ass. Mics are.
So it had to be loud.
Had to be loud as fuck.
Loud. Yeah.
The lady behind him looks down. As soon as you hear, she looks down right at it, and then it's like, oh shit, and then a little bit later,
covering her nose. Yeah.
RDJ's right there. He's like, yo, he's like fucking getting ready to throw up. And immediately after the guy that was talking finishes saying whatever it was, Trump's going, okay, yes, that's good. Thank you, guys. All right, thank you. Let's go. And rushes everyone out. And with that, his staffers start rushing the fucking reporters out of the room. Let's go, everybody go, everybody go. Because he shit himself. So,
Wow,
yeah, this is it right here.
that is interesting.
With the DOJ are coming up with new opioids that the government has been able to keep up. We're going proactive. These new chemicals. I hear fantastic things. Thank you all very much. We really appreciate it a lot. Thank you, Hans.
Oh my goodness.
Thank you all very much. Appreciate it. Thank you, please. Thank you.
Look at this. Golly. Oh. I'm get old ass up and go to the bathroom.
Bro, now again hearing it through the mic. You probably couldn't hear the. It's very, like I said, there's no mic right on his ass, but everybody behind him is reaction. And thank you, press. Let's go. But it was just so telling how immediately after the dude started talking, finished talking, that wasn't the end of the conference. Like, it wasn't the end. The guy was like in mid sentence, and then Trump's just like, okay, guys, yeah, thank you, everybody, thank you, yep, come on, let's go, get out. I just shit my pants. Yeah, it's
Oh my goodness.
What up, everybody?
What up,
What up, Raw Talk?
You know what it is, man. Every
What
day
is
is every day, man.
Yo, you going to the toy fair in New York?
No, I didn't get my pass. Usually I get in there free and all that stuff with a business pass.
Yeah.
But nah. I'm not enthused about any toys or anything really. Plus, the only toy maker that I really focus on is Super 7 with the O-rings, and I haven't talked with what you call it for a while, so I'm not really, it's one of them things where I gotta focus elsewhere at this point. You know what I mean? I'm into my comics now, so heavy with my G.I. Joe comics that I'm focusing on taking a break from the toys for a second, and I'll probably get back to that probably at the end of the summer, maybe. I don't know. But I'm trying to complete my IDW collection of G.I. Joe.
Right.
And that shit is hard. It's over like 300, 400 comics.
Yeah.
I'm almost there, but not quite. New shit keep popping up. I'm like, damn. Yeah, man. I know y'all roasting the president of the United States.
We just going through some of the files, man. Just looking at some of the crazy shit that they didn't is in the files about this dude. It's crazy. And then we just finished talking about him posting this gem.
Yeah, that was funny. I thought that was funny. You know why I think it's funny?
No, don't.
Because they're all in the same gang. We fail to remember that these people are actors on the behalf of a higher, a higher controller.
Right.
The left, the right, the whatever group, Republican or Democrat, it doesn't fucking matter. They all are in the same gang.
That's true.
And so with them being in the same gang, they have to play the part to get the people separated, keep people from thinking. Instead of using their logic, they use their emotions. So you're not thinking with logic. This is all what it is. Even with this Epstein stuff, we know the atrocities these people do. We know they're sick people.
Right.
We know that.
It's not a revelation. The revelation is that now we know, they know, we know, because now the proof is out there. So now they can't act like they're righteous anymore. They can't pretend we don't know anymore. That's all. That's the only difference.
Well, they really never
changed
in the first place. It's just people We give these people the power. Literally give them the power. And it's up for the people to take it away. Now, my question is, when, where, and how are the people going to take it away? I always say there's no revolution without bloodshed. That's the only revolution that can happen.
They're leaving us no choice.
Ain't no goddamn marching in the streets. None of that bull crap, because that's a setup too. That has always been a setup.
Yeah.
Oh, we're gonna protest and march in the street. No,
you're just exposing yourself. That's all.
Yeah, you gonna march in the street for what? So your feet can be sore by the end of the day?
It ain't changing a fucking thing.
It ain't changing shit. And I'm gonna take it back, and people will get upset with me too. Martin Luther King was in that club.
Well, yeah, but I think back then, I don't think they yet realized.
They were all in that club.
No. I'm saying they didn't realize how useless protesting was yet in the 60s.
No, I'm not just saying that.
Now, I think it's been evidence, especially after George Floyd and after the nationwide and the ICE shit going on. Protesting doesn't do anything.
Civil rights. I'm going back to the civil rights. I'm going back to when this all started. You got to understand the paper bag club is real. The boule is real. They're offset through fraternities and shit like that. All this stuff is about how they keep these people in line is through humiliation rituals, what you get within you when you go into these fraternities, these secret orders, because you have to break the ego down to belong. They don't want people with their own mindset. They want the hive mind. They want people to think who's in their crew to think alike, move alike, and be alike. In order to become part of their crew, you will have to break them down. So all these people you see that are famous and big, I'm talking about super upper echelon, they had to be broken down so their egos can be shattered so they can be a part of one big move. Okay, one big global group. This is what it always been. It always been like that. They're playing the people, and we fall right in line. We fall right in line every time. It doesn't matter how outraged you're going to get when you see a little kid murdered. How outraged you're going to get. Yeah, you can march. Why? March ain't doing shit.
Nah.
You know
that's why I called this roast tonight, honestly, to keep it a buck. And I even wrote this on my Instagram. I said, look, we know, I said, if you one of us and you realize that, you know, ain't shit gonna happen, they ain't gonna do nothing, and you just want to blow off some steam tonight and poke fun and have fun and talk about the president shitting himself, come on, Sixth Element, because we're gonna blow off some steam. We're gonna exercise that freedom of speech that so many have fought and died for, and celebrate being American and having the right to roast our own leaders. You know, Putin. If you're a comedian and you do any bits about Putin, you go in jail. Like, he doesn't allow it. Like, you can't make fun of Putin at all in that country. Like, we are allowed to do this, and that's why we're doing it.
Because
we can.
Putin's in control, but Trump ain't in control. He's just a puppet. Like I said, he's a great actor. They're all great actors. You know what I'm saying? Do you think they sit back really cared? You think Obama really cares about all that? He's laughing. He's like, oh, Donald got a good one on us. We got to find another one on him. We got to keep this thing going.
Bro, you got to see this. If you ain't seen The Good Shepherd, that's breaking it all down.
You ever see Wag the Dog, all that? Yeah, I've seen.
Wag the Dog is another one.
On this wavelength, y'all hear me on? I've been on this since I was like 9 years old on some real shit. I seen the light early in life because I was very observant of what was bullshit presented to me.
My mom used to drag me around to these meetings and stuff with all this Illuminati, all that when I was a little, like, hippies and shit, when I was a little kid. Like, I've been to mad underground fucking seminars inside people's houses with learning, seeing all this shit when I was in the majors that you talking about, learning about Illuminati and all that shit in the 80s.
My grandfather's was a 33rd degree Mason, worshipful master, right?
Mm-hmm.
My grandmother, Eastern Star.
My grandmother, my wife's grandmother was Eastern Star, yeah.
I know I have family members who are in this stuff, and all this stuff.
Oh yeah.
And I used to get in arguments with them because, you know, they're like, well, I don't think you can ever I said no, because you have to place me above the worshipful master.
I had three Masons. I had 3 Masons, you know, vouching for me to be a Mason, but I just didn't do it.
I know more than them. That's the
Right.
problem.
Like I'm not. Yeah, exactly. I'm like,
and I don't
feel
fall
it's
in
like
line.
that's like being a Christian to me. But
you know, I don't fall in line. I can't just do things because it's the group think. You know, even in my own family, I am the black sheep and wear it proudly. I love it because I choose not to go with anything or anybody's word. I only go with my own word. If it helps me or hurts me, it's still my own word. You know what I mean? And that's how I live. Really, that's how I live. Always been that way. But these fools here, they're doing a real good acting job, man. Everybody, the media, all this shit, they're all part of the big movie, which is fool the people so we can stay in power and keep milking it so we can have our livelihoods set on a pedestal, and the rest of these people can die here and there. We can use them as puppets. We can use them as guinea pigs for whatever experiments we choose to do, you know, and they'll supply us with all their hopes and dreams in the form of energy, and we give it to them.
mm-hmm.
If the people want things to change, stop working. Everybody stop fucking working. Just they controlled us during COVID, told everybody stop working, and everybody stop working as long as they got a check. Fuck the check, fuck the money, fuck all that shit, because it really doesn't matter at the end of the day if you really do the knowledge. All that shit is fiat and fake, energized by us, the people. When we give it credence, they capitalize. We don't give it credence, they're fucked.
Pretty much. Pretty much, yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's sad that, you know, you get these people popping out left and right. Oh, this was bad. This is, man, motherfucker, they've been doing shit worse than this in the 60s.
Oh,
just
yeah.
in the video in the monkey outfits. They've been calling black folks monkeys for fucking centuries.
Well, yeah, that's the point.
Well, that's the point. Bro.
Yeah,
and I think
we're supposed to be doing that now, man.
I think a lot of these younger people and a lot of like Americans that's African American, they forget, and they want to, like Malcolm X said it best. You know, you try so hard to be like your master that you forget, you know, who you are. I was just watching a thing on YouTube the other day where it was this doctor dude, and he was saying Americans, African Americans, the black people in America, so-called black people in America, they have no identity. They have no type of no traditions, no identities, no nothing to separate themselves as a culture from white America. And he was saying like white Americans have St. Patrick's Day, and if they're Irish, you can tell they're Irish. They do things that Irish people do. They talk and they name their kids Irish names. And he was like, if they're Italian, they do the same thing. He was breaking it down. Like, he was going through every race. And he was like, black Americans don't do that. He was like, they come on. And he said, we name our kids names that aren't African. We don't even pick African names for our kids. And he was like, but when we couldn't do it, we wanted to do it, and now we can do it, we don't do it. Because he said that we try so hard to conform to the ways of our slave masters. And that's in, if you ever read the Jim Crow, and if you ever read, not Jim Crow, if you read the, what's your name, files, Willie Lynch. That's one of the things, if you ever watch the Willie Lynch letters, if you go in there and read it, he says that. He says that you strip all their identity, strip it all away. And it's been done. And it's
well, I mean, how many people that Willie Lynch letter is a hoax?
Willie Lynch letter ain't no hoax. No, that ain't no hoax.
I won't tell you it's a hoax. I'll tell you it's part of the plan. It's always been
the plan. It is the plan. Exactly. To be honest with you, it is the plan. The Willie Lynch letters is the plan.
Willie Lynchburg. Let's get into the Berg part of that.
It is. It is the plan. No, it is the plan.
Part of the Berg part of that. The ish part of that.
So my thing is this. like, yeah, everything you saying, raw talk, that's real. My thing is this though, while they are part of the same, you know, both, you know, two sides of the same coin, and they all evil fucks, and they're all part of the same cadre of nasty elites. But at the same time, that's a symbol for a race of people, and what that does is it emboldens and it like fuels these Proud Boy fucks and these nationalists and these white supremacists and these just closet racists, and I'm not really racist, asshole fucks, and they laugh and they fucking, you know what I'm saying, and they feel like, yeah, now my president has my back and all this shit, and that's the foul shit.
I understand.
I'll tell you another thing, bro. I'll tell you another thing. I really don't have all that much problem with Donald Trump. I got a problem with his supporters, because I feel like without his supporters, he's nothing. He's a clown. He always was.
That's what happened to the Proud Boys. Since you brought the Proud Boys and all those white. This is quick.
Let me rebut him real quick with that.
Oh, okay.
That's well and good, but there's always a term, and everybody been using it since 2020 or something. They can fuck around and find out. That's the real deal. They can make all these they can feel emboldened and all that shit, but they can fuck around and find out. And
we on the same
most
page.
of the motherfuckers don't really want to find out. They want to stay behind the keyboard with their little pointy hoods in their closet. They don't want to fuck around and find out.
Some of them do though.
Oh, check it out.
Some of them got militias and all this.
Oh yeah, they have militias.
Some of them want to find out.
But check it out. They really, really don't want to find out, because why? Why does it take 5 cops on 1 black man? They don't move like that when it's 20 black men and 10 cops. The motherfuckers is bitches.
Right.
Straight off. Bitches. Every last Proud Boy, I could stick my foot in their ass and drag them down the street. They're bitches. Tell me a caliber, and I can bring it to them with the caliber. Hand in hand, fist to cuffs, I can kill them when I want to. Because I'm trained that way. Yeah. And I know a lot of brothers who are trained that way. These white boys out there training MMA, them bitches, straight up. Performative bitches. Straight up. They can't, that's the problem. They're inadequate in themselves.
But I mean, that's all true, and that's all real. And I feel
let them embolden them. Let them fuck around and find out.
Yeah,
they can jump out of their U-Haul trucks and get sliced to piece with a 50 cal.
We haven't heard from the Proud Boys lately, but guess what happened to them? And all those white supremacy groups. Guess where they're at now? They're ICE agents, and they all.
Well, they're not all ICE agents. You got black people.
They are, bro.
No, they are ICE agents. No, they are ICE agents now. They're ICE agents. Yeah, that was a big thing that came out about 3 weeks ago. About 3 or 4 weeks ago, somebody spotted one of the more famous Proud Boys. It was like, yo, that's such and such. He's an ICE agent. And they went this digging.
Well, because ICE agents, they're not like police. Yeah, they're not like police. They don't have to go around it. Well, they don't, because listen, a cop, when a cop approaches you, you have a right to ask him his name, his badge number, to see his face. ICE agents, none of that. Ski mask, no name. I'm just a dude hopping out of a Hyundai with a pistol.
Well, that's different. That's different, Reno. That's different because. All right, so federal agents.
That's ICE.
No. That's all right. Federal agents are not law enforcement. They're federal agents.
I know.
They're not allowed.
They're not allowed. These are not law enforcement. These are stormtroopers. These are dictator troopers.
Right. Their mission objective is not to interact with the public because they don't have the training to do so. So when you're a police officer, you have training to interact with the public to de-escalate the situation, to get it under control in order to make a law enforcement
Why
objective.
would you put a pistol in the hand of someone who ain't trained and tell them that they're allowed to walk up to anybody that's brown and say, show me your papers?
They're only allowed to do that.
That's what they do.
They're only allowed to do that if they're serving a warrant.
But
so let's just say, they're wrong and they have violated the law. But what's her name?
They're basically doing it with impunity now. They're doing it with impunity.
Yeah, they might as well be the Gestapo because that's what they're doing and that's how they operate.
Well, listen, here you go. They're federally deputized. They're not really.
Yeah,
They get
basically.
$50,000 bonus, 10,000 up front,
Yep.
but they have to stay on to claim the full 50,000. And if
Mhm.
they leave at any time earlier, they got to pay back the government whatever they got out of that bonus. So
It's like a
these guys
contract
are
right
on. Let's keep it clear. They're on for the money. Personal greed at the end of
Bro,
the
have
day.
you seen the ads?
But look,
There's
yeah,
ads
like
on
the
social
people
media
ain't
that
been
pop
getting
up.
paid either.
You know what I mean? Y'all might as well become ice agents. Y'all might
They got
do what y'all
ads
gotta do.
talking about. They got ads that'll pop up in your feed talking about.
I mean,
$50,000
if
bonus.
I'm gonna give you some real ill stuff. If they really want to stop ICE, if you got these people who are citizens who really want to stop ICE, join ICE and plug the motherfuckers from within. Then you're doing something.
Well, listen,
See,
I'm gonna
see,
keep
that
you the
that,
fuck.
that
Put
would
on the
be.
mask.
I got
That's
one
that'd
better.
be a good
I got
idea.
one better for you. I got
put
one
on the
better for you,
mask.
bro.
Hold on. You put on the mask. You go on a ride with them. You know what I'm saying? Before you in the truck, you come back as one. Just one guy. What happened to your three buddies? I don't know. The motherfucking cartels got to them.
Oh no!
Listen,
Just like they
Listen.
did in the military for the black men in the military.
if
The
you
black men in the military that would go out on missions, they would be, some of them would be murdered by their own because they didn't like them.
that's
Cops
called
too.
fragging. That's called
Cops
fragging.
too.
That's
called fragging.
Fragging.
That's called
yeah.
fragging.
That's
fragging.
graceful shit that went on in the military and still go on to this
Well,
day.
I got one better for you. Raw talk. Now, y'all all seen the movie The Warriors, right? And it's a movie.
Of course, I got
But
it
there's
right
truth.
there.
But there's truth to that movie. When Cyrus called all those gangs together, when they pan and scope, and even though they were actors and all of that, they probably were real gang members back then that they got to come, for the movie.
Yeah,
when they pan that camera and that crowd, and you see all those, the first thing that Cyrus tells them, can you count? Suckers.
Mhm.
Can you count? Only 20,000 police, 60,000 gang members organized. Then he was like, it's another 40,000 ready to fight, lower levels, but not organized. He said we can tax the crime syndicates. We can tax the politicians. We run this city. We can run all 5 boroughs, and all we got to do is take it over one borough at a time. So people got to listen. You got to understand something. If the people wake up and they start thinking like Cyrus did, and somebody organized and say, you know what, I ain't gonna come in here. I dare you. And they start counting, and they start saying, we got the streets.
That's where it's headed, man.
They have no chance. There's no chance for any law enforcement agency. Law enforcement is outnumbered, period. Point blank. End of discussion. At any given time. They're always outnumbered.
Always.
And if the people get organized, it's a wrap. Cyrus said it best. It's in a movie. It's true. And he counted 60,000 against 20,000. It's a slaughter, bro.
And just like white supremacy Nazis invade all the police across the country, you can invade the ICE agents all across the country if you want. Because all they looking for is low requirements. You go in there, if you really want to do some damage, do that.
You bring up the Warriors. I remind you of the Wolverines.
Mm-hmm.
Red Dawn, motherfucker. Yo, Vel, what up, man? Welcome to the show, bro. You ain't saying nothing. Let me let you say something. I'm sure you got something to get off your chest.
Look, I dealt with ICE here in the past week.
Word?
They all out here. Browns
They
Mills.
came to get you? They was trying to get you?
Tell me some stories, man. What happened?
They say they was coming to get me specifically, but they came to the door all masked up. I'm like, hey, no, screen door locked. You come out and talk to us? Nah, I can't. I don't talk to niggas.
He said, nah.
I don't talk to niggas. Take your mask off. What's up?
All right.
Just need to talk to you. I was like, yo, how many of y'all out there? 9? Talk to each other. I closed the door. I ain't beat. If you won't come get me, you better come get me for real. But I'm taking somebody with me. Somebody that can help.
Right.
And they're not trained for that. See what I'm saying? They're not trained for that.
They come door to door. They came to your. They just knocked on your door randomly just to see
They were
anybody
knocking on
illegal
doors.
live here.
They were knocking on doors. All of them down Bronson Township. It was all out in Browns Mills. They was in Pennsauken. They still in Pennsauken.
Well, they're gonna find a lot of Puerto Ricans out that way. They'll find a lot of Latinos out
The
that
scary
way.
thing is
They
though,
went,
yeah,
they went to
the
some
scary
lady
thing
house out here. They went to some lady house out here, some Spanish lady, and she wasn't home. She had the ring joint. They banging on her door, talking about, we see the car outside. We want you to come outside. She's like, I'm at a funeral. I'm at my father's funeral. I'm 3 states away. Get the hell off my porch. What the hell? Then they tried to kick the door in.
See,
Kick my door.
it's crazy, man. But there's multi levels to all this shit, man. And they're the way they engineer this is masterful. If you know, you guys are chess players and stuff like that. There's many ways to attack and bring down the country
Oh
from
yeah.
within and outside, and
divide first. You divide the population against itself.
exactly.
Which
But
they've done
when they
very
had
well.
when a whole rash of illegals come in here, okay, we're looking for illegals. Now you know they're countrymen who came in here legally, and they harbor those illegals. They now become illegal because now you forfeited your green card because you're harboring a criminal. This is what the people don't understand. So this is why when they have cases of people say, "Oh yeah, he's a legal citizen," but they took him and extradited him out the country and kicked him out. Was he harboring an illegal, a known illegal? Then that forfeits your right to be a citizen. That's what people not putting out there. They're not telling people not to do that. Don't do that, or don't put it out there like that. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of stuff they're doing just to go circumvent things to get people out of here, and people don't understand that, man. And it's sad. That's why I say they're all in it. Republicans and Democrats, they're all in it. They all in this shit just because, you know, they're trying to reset the clock on America. America is at its point where it's broke. Number one, it's totally broke.
No, it's not. It's not broke.
No. Listen.
Man, this shit is
It's
broken
broke.
in 10,000 places. What are you talking about?
No. Listen to what I'm saying.
Listen. Malcolm X gave a speech.
Wait, let him finish. Let him finish.
Go ahead.
You gotta let me finish, man. I do the knowledge on this every second. They're broke worldwide.
Still gotta leave, actually, though. So I
know.
Let's do say something because he really got to go right now.
Listen, man.
Go ahead.
It ain't broke. I'm gonna tell you why. And back in the 60s, Malcolm X gave a speech on liberals and Republicans. If you listen to that speech, this speech was before he died. Like, I think like 61 or something, like 63, whatever it was. But he said, and he meant it. And we talking about somebody who blacker than black when it come to political science and all that. He said there are only 2 political parties in this country, which he's right. There are. He said when they use the word liberal, right, or conservative, or they say far left or far right or left or right, nobody spoke like that till Donald Trump got up there and started speaking that. Left, right, conservative. Those are just groups of people, right, who want to push their own political agenda. That's it. They don't care about the Constitution. The Constitution says what it says. It means what it means. They don't care about none of that. They want to break all that down like Donald Trump's done in his presidency, and they want to push their own agenda to where they can do what they want. He's already talking about nationalizing elections. What president you heard, anybody's lifetime up here ever heard that? Nobody ever heard that. We ain't never heard Obama. Everybody hated Bush. We ain't hear him say that. Daddy Bush, Junior Bush. We ain't hear nobody, no president, and all 50 presidents say none of that. They don't always call election fraud when they lose. They lost. We know when Bush, when was it Cheney, when Dick Cheney and them lost, they wasn't calling out fraud. We need to recount, none of that. They took the loss on the chin and kept it moving. Came back stronger next. Political parties in this country, because of places like YouTube and other news feeds like that, you have people that are nutballs. And the nutballism comes out because they hear other nutballs start talking. But if you aren't, and I'm going to tell you this without a shadow of a doubt, if you aren't with what the Constitution says and how it says we should govern ourselves, because that's the highest law in the land, then you're a nutball with your own political agenda that you want to push because you don't like bread, we ain't eating bread no more. Or you don't like vaccines, we ain't doing vaccines no more. That's nutball stuff. Children are dying right now from what? Measles, whooping cough, because some nutball says, I don't believe vaccines. We ain't got to do that. But yet, polio was killed through vaccines, right? And all these other diseases, black plague, like stop. Like stop pushing your own agenda because the needs of the many are greater than the needs of the few or the one. And that's where we're at in America. We're at that point where we have to understand that the needs of the many are greater than the needs of the few. But right now, it's the needs of the few are greater than the needs of the many. That's what America's on right now. That's where it's broken. And us as Americans and all of us that know the right thing to do, because in layman's terms, and I learned this in the military, the Constitution says one thing in layman's terms. If you know somebody's doing something wrong, and you know they wrong, and you know they dead wrong, and you have the power to do something about it, you better do it. It's your duty to do it. It's your duty to bring right to wrong. It's your duty to bring down the tyrannical. It's your duty to bring down the people that want to push their agenda and be at the top and put their foot on everybody else's neck. That's what we're going through now. And nobody can see it. Like everybody's that dumb that they can't see. You want to stop elections. You pushing people out of this country, telling us that, come on, Hitler did the same thing and took over a whole country and started a whole world war. What's it going to take? You invade Venezuela, take their oil, sell it on the market, but yet Putin couldn't do the same thing for his country. That right there makes no sense to me, because Putin did the same thing. We said no. So when does it stop? When do we say enough's enough? Right. When does America say enough's enough? And when do we get all these nutballs out of there? Christine Nome, all of them, Pat Cash Patel. People that are so loyal to the president, they have no loyalty to the people. You work for the people. You don't work for the president. Nobody works for the president. He's a figurehead. He's supposed to bring both parties together because they're going to argue. So his job is to bring them together to get things done. Oh, he keeps filing out Republicans. He don't even say them. Republicans need to do this. Republicans need to do that. He don't say senators need to do this. He don't say congressmen need to do this. He only says Republicans divide and conquer. Donald Trump has divided and conquered America.
President. Yeah, he's a partisan president.
But the president ain't supposed to be.
Technically not. Technically, the president is supposed to, like you said, be the kind of deciding factor between the two parties, the government, the Congress, and the Senate, or the Republicans, Democrats. On both sides, they're always gonna disagree, and there's one guy that's supposed to be the tiebreaker,
it's the president,
unifier. But yeah, he's definitely playing the role of the divider and the conqueror and the dictator and the ruler. This is what he wants to do, and he can't do it without support. He can't do it without support.
They let him do it. You know when the last time our government was split and fought like this, like really fought like at each other's throats about rules, regulations, was when we first formed it back in 1776. Do you know who brought them together to make them agree and build this country and build the Constitution? George Washington. They were always at each other's throats. His biggest job was to get them to work together. And George played a lot of them. He played both sides of the. George played both sides of the fence. I watched a documentary on it. George Washington played both sides of the fence. Yeah, and he said he would go to one party and be like, "Look, I need to do this." And then he'd go to the other party. Well, they said this. And go back with it, and then they would be like, "What?" And then he'd be like, "Well, look, let's just do this." He played them so hard that when he spoke up and when he stood up and spoke, they was like, "All right, we can do that."
They all rocked with him.
Right. And he listen. In order to get the National Treasury. Like, listen, I ain't got time, but do your research, bro. Like, this ain't supposed to happen. Like, and it's only happening because we elected nutballs, and nutballs only have one agenda. If you ain't saying Democrat or Republican, to me, you're not part of any political organization in this country. That's it. That's all we have. There are no other parties. There are no other nothing. That's it. That's it. Just the two parties. That's all we got.
There's enough of us here, and it doesn't have to go to a bloody revolution. It can be done. We can vote this motherfucker out. We can vote in the, and that's another thing. They we can elect anybody we want.
Yeah.
They give us two candidates and say choose. We don't have to pick one of them. Do you realize that? You realize when it's this president against this president, you don't have to vote for either fucking one. You could vote for this guy over here that no one's talking about or that they're not giving light to. You can vote for anybody you want in this country, but they present us with two candidates, you know what I'm saying? Because they know that these both candidates, like Raw Talk said earlier, are both just two sides of one coin. They control both of them, so they don't care really which one we pick. They got the control over both. You know what I'm saying? What we really need to do is go ahead and vote somebody in that's not either one of these assholes or not part of this system and not part of that coin. But that shit is long gone, like from the times like Stu was talking about, revolutionary times when you could do that, when they did shit like that. You ever heard of Garfield? They just did this show on Netflix about a dude named Garfield. Didn't even run for president. Just there, and then one day at the fucking thing when they were all trying to decide who was going to be president, and he made a speech on behalf of the guy he wanted to be president, and they didn't like the guy he was talking about. They were like, "We want you," and he's like, "I'm not running." And like, "Well, we're voting for you anyway," and he's like, "No, I'm not running," and they're like, "Well, you're fucking elected," and he was the fucking president for like a couple until the opposing parties found this lunatic and had him kill the guy, and they shot him. And he's like one of the only other presidents that was assassinated besides Kennedy. But yeah, Garfield, a dude that was just some guy. He was not a candidate for presidency, and he was the president. And then the guy that came president after him was the guy he brought in as his vice president, who before that was basically just like a knockaround guy, just a New York dude that, like a fixer, like a fucking Ray Donovan motherfucker. And he was the president for long enough, but he was such an asshole that, but at the time, but then when he like rocked with Garfield enough, and he was like, damn, this dude fucking inspired him to the fact that when he died, when they assassinated him, he became president. He did everything he knew that Garfield wanted to do, and just passed the shit on to somebody else. That shit. I mean, that's when men of honor really ran this thing. That's when you could elect a man that fucking was really about the people and all that, like Stu's talking about. I don't think it exists anymore.
And
I don't think
in my personal opinion and historical opinion, or if I lean into facts of history, none of that makes a difference at all, because they're all a part of the same group. Washington played his game, but he still was a savage slave owner. Fuck
no. Yeah. I'm not naming anybody as a great
None
example.
of those guys have.
My point being is that you don't have to choose one of the two candidates that they give you.
Even if you go third party, fourth party, green party, blue party, it doesn't matter. They're part of the same group.
Nowadays, yeah.
So it's over for that. This is why this guy is saying ain't gonna be no more elections, because he know it's over with. The country's over with as far as elections. Every politician we come across have been a slime ball, a liar, from local to the national. You can go to local government and find scumbags.
Yeah, but you can find good people too in local government.
But those good people, they have no clue because they're not in the crew, and they'll never expand to that level because the system is rigged for the crew and the crew only. That's it. That's the whole thing. The system is what carries these guys through. And we fuel the system, knowingly or unknowingly. When you pay your taxes, you're fueling the system. When, you know what I'm saying, they tax you like 100 times on your dollar you made at work.
Well, I mean, I don't want to advocate for just like, you know, let's leave the system and, you know, be like,
well, I mean, you can't
and all that.
That's like, all right, if I got a virus,
like we got to work within what we have.
It all. You know what I mean? This is what I'm saying. If you got a virus, you're not going to say, I'm going to take a little bit of the virus out and hopefully I can survive for 10 years. You want to kill the virus so you can survive 20 years. You just can't say, oh, we're going to put a patch on this. No, it's not going to work anymore. It's done. You see, the writing's on the wall. It's scary, but that's what it is. We're at a point in time in human history where the people are dissatisfied with their governments across the world. These people are panicking. So they're going to come with some type of groupthink to put everybody in place or kill everybody. This is why you have these different pandemics, plandemics coming out. You got all these different things happening covertly, subvertly, everywhere. You got to understand this game. They know this is the end of the game for them.
Yeah.
You know, the last president, there's no more old fogies that's going to step up and be president anymore. They can't be. They all dying off. And then a lot of them, they're not, no one's going to vote for them. There's too many young people now that see the light, that understand that this shit is all a fucked up game. And they're not willing to play. The young people are not willing to play that game. We grew up in the era where we were taught certain things. So we're kind of solid in how we think. But even we have a level or a threshold where we're like, yo, this is really fucked up. This is way different from when I grew up. Because when we grew up, we were comfortable. Let's keep it a buck. When we came up, the way we came up, we were still comfortable. We didn't have all this wild stuff presented to us every single day. You understand? So now these young people, they're getting all sorts of information. They're tired. They're like, yo, I went to 4 years, 5 years, 6 years of college, and I can't get a damn Dairy Queen job or anything?
Spade, what you think?
Done. They're done. And I'm with them on that. Y'all done? Let's fuck this whole shit up. Fuck it. If we all go together, we all go together. That's just what it is.
Right,
At
bro.
this point in time, that's what it is. But people
All right,
fear it. People fear that shit, man.
I hear you, man. I hear you.
It's real. I mean, we can roast this guy, but roast him ain't doing nothing. The motherfucker's still a president shitting on himself.
But honestly, bro, like it's not productive. But
Yeah.
you know.
I mean, it's like I know we want to get off steam, but we need to get off steam in the right ways. Plan. Make sure you plan.
This
for
ain't that. This ain't that. This is not a planning party for the revolution.
No. I'm not saying that, but I'm just saying on people on their personal level should be planning. I mean, it's all right to roast and stuff, but at the end of the day, I mean, I'd rather be talking about comic books and fucking cartoons at this point because I already know the world is fucked. And I just need to ease my brain for a while because when I get on this, y'all might see me on the news next week like this motherfucker done.
Well, that's kind of where I'm trying to steer it, bro. That's where I'm trying to steer it. So, yeah, man.
Y'all see me on. Y'all gonna see me suited up in the ICE uniform. You gonna find half that ICE platoon decimated. Trust me.
All right, bro.
That's real talk, man.
Going Punisher style.
You know what I mean? Like, if people want to do something, do it. Let's
say hello to my little friend.
Yeah, everybody likes the.
But no, want to do nothing. Everybody, people got to realize they still playing by the same old rules that we was playing. You know what I mean? When we was kids, rules are changed. They're all changed. You can bring up that Constitution thing all you want, but the fact of the matter is that Constitution didn't really pertain to any people of color.
Right? It ain't protecting anybody at all.
It's not protecting you from nothing.
And in the Constitution, it literally still says that people of color are slaves if they go to prison.
Yeah.
That's in the Constitution right now.
They're just facts. People want to pick and choose. Oh, yeah, well, you know, this part of the Constitution says I can do this and this. They don't care nothing about this. Why we still getting killed in the street?
Exactly.
There is no.
I've said it for years. When they talk about freedom of speech, it's like freedom of speech ain't free.
Hell no.
And look at on social media now. You can't say certain words. You can't say this. You can't say that. I ain't saying, you know, be an asshole and be racist, nobody, not nothing like that. But just having, like, if I say so-and-so kill somebody, I know they don't like that word, but I'm like,
you can't use the word killed, you can't use murdered, you know what I mean? Anytime you speak truth power on social media, they will knock you back.
Oh yeah. And that's why I told you, don't even. I'm not even trying to monetize. I don't even want to monetize this video, dog. Like this is literally just they're not gonna monetize it. Like I don't want.
Not with what I said and all that shit. Nah, I know
the whole shit, dog. The way that's, and I told him from the beginning. I said in the beginning of the video, Not interested in monetizing this video. Really, this is just a place for people to fucking vent and say some shit about what's going on. You know what I'm saying? And we still gonna talk about Spider-Man and all that good stuff because there's a lot of stuff to talk about today.
But that you know what really sparked me a lot? This thing with this video, everybody jumping on this video, but nobody's jumping on a real video that they should be analyzing. And that's the video Cash Patel chilling with homie.
That too. They should be analyzing the videos of Trump examining children's pelvises that's in the files. They should be talking about those photos.
They need to examine those videos. But see, this is how they steer people's emotions. They drop this silly ass video.
Well, look, they probably dropped this shit just so we would stop looking at what they don't want us to look at.
And check it out. Those two people that you just showed on the video, on that little right there, they on the list too. So what are we talking about?
All these
what are we really talking about? On the list. So why are we mad because two silly monkey motherfuckers is on this pedophiles list?
We're not mad about that, bro. We're not mad about who it is, bro. We're mad about what it represents. I mean, that's
that representation. That's all out the window, man. That's your real shit. Let me kick some real shit. I'm gonna keep that bona fide. White peoples are now niggas too.
Go ahead, speak up.
Let's keep it real. They are part of it now. They ain't got the wealth. They ain't got no influence. They are now part of our clan of niggas. Hi, America. You woke up. The rich people now view you as niggas. Simple as that now. That's what it is. No one's got the guts to say it. White people, you're poor, you're suffering. Welcome to niggerdom. Simple as that. We've been here. We know what it is. Welcome. Now you see what we're talking about. What are you going to do?
Said, to my knowledge, there are no mentions of Obama or Michelle in the Epstein files. Epstein didn't like black people. And I didn't see. I mean, I've seen a lot of the Epstein files and like a lot of ones that I've shown tonight, and there hasn't been. I mean, I haven't seen anything. I mean, but I'm not saying it's not that maybe they wouldn't be in there, but they haven't. It hasn't been exposed yet, or we haven't seen that yet. But I get your point, though. I mean, I get your point. They're elites. They're the president. They're ex. They're politicians. The whole thing. They're part of it, and that's true. But I think what we're talking about is something on a different level completely. But I don't really. I want to let Spade talk. I know he was trying to say something. Go ahead.
I know. Excuse me. I know. Like I was saying, I disagree with Raw Talk on the thing about with the whole monkey thing because I've had people on jobs say stuff to me. I didn't react because I'm like, I don't want to cost my job like anybody else. I got bills I got to pay, so I understand that part. I also understand, the revolution part, and I think that's why a lot of people in the country are scared because they're like, what's going to happen to my family if I can't pay my bills, if I don't pay my bills? I can do a revolution all I want, but if I don't have a job to go to, how am I going to pay for my house? I don't want my children being homeless. I don't want my children being hungry. I don't want this, that. So it's different parts to it. Now, if everybody all of a sudden decided that this is what we're going to do, it can't and be a united front. No, couldn't nobody stop. But everybody has to worry about their own too. I got to worry about my own. We know you got to worry about your own. Next person got to worry about their own. So for me, seeing the thing being outraged by it, I'm outraged by it, by the whole thing, him making a damn joke about it because number one, I'm not a fucking monkey. And I discovered that shit when I back in high school in biology. When they used to say people came from primates and junk, I'm like, no, we did, because I don't see no babies being born now with the fur and the tail on them.
And we still got monkeys running around. If they evolved, they wouldn't be here no more.
Exactly. So that throws that shit out the window. And secondly, I'm just like, with him being in office, it's like now certain people, some white people have a license just to come out with open racism. And that shit irks the hell out of me because I'm like, call me out my name, call me something racist. I'm gonna be like, probably the next minute I'm gonna punch you in the mouth, and then it's just gonna be on because I'm like, Yes, that's my outrage because I'm like, that's not what my father and my mother named me. They named me Chris. Y'all call me Spade, that's my wrestling name. But they gave me a name, that's what I answer to. So don't sit up here saying, well, this, or just representation of them, or quote unquote, I got black friends, because I'm waiting for them to say some dumb shit like that now. And so my outrage is that it's like, no, you are pretty much calling the people that.
They've been doing
Hang
that.
on, bro. Hang on, bro. Let me turn your mic up. Let me fix your shit. Say that again, bro.
You got me?
Yeah.
I said they've been doing that. You know what I mean? It ain't nothing different. I think what we're dealing with right here is just it's some Wizard of Oz shit. Pay no attention to the man behind the curtain. You know what I mean? It's on some. They've been screaming about this pedophile about Trump the whole time. Well, what's the easiest way to make you forget he's a pedophile? Oh, remember he's a racist. So he'd rather have them talk about that because more people will back him on being a racist than they will a pedophile.
Right.
Which is outrageous and infuriating.
That's
the crazy.
It is a fact, but it's still
where they was talking about Michael Jackson in there and whatnot in the Epstein file. Like he wasn't even a part. He was kids away.
Right.
And that's why they offed him. It's like what? So to have that
Michael Jackson today in 1984, Thriller hit the Guinness Book of World Records, the highest selling album of all time. February 7th. Just had to throw that in.
Rest in peace, Mike Jack.
So
They're playing on a whole different level. You know what I mean? And people have the attention span of 140 characters. Tweet something real quick, okay, boom. That's what it is for the next 2 weeks until something new come up, and something new come up, and something new come up. People nowadays don't have the capacity to actually band together, you know what I mean, and form a revolution at this point in time. They just don't. They're worried. I mean, people are selfish by nature, but at this point in time, with everything being so materialistic and everybody just worried about themselves, and they
social media era. Social media.
Yeah. And that's our generation's fault because we gave it to them.
Yeah.
But we were also
brainwashed.
Every generation was brainwashed.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We was brainwashed with rap music. Our parents were brainwashed with black exploitation. Our grandparents were brainwashed with jazz and things of that nature. You see what I'm saying? The elements that surround it. I'm not saying the actual music, because the actual music was creative, but you can have the atmosphere and the different things surrounding it that makes it into something.
But you can be brainwashed into something that's a little more positive than being brainwashed into some real foul shit too. Like I'd rather be brainwashed by Public Enemy than Donald Trump.
Well,
you know what I mean?
If you look at the COINTELPRO records, you know NWA.
Oh yeah,
COINTELPRO.
Well, NWA, yeah, gangster rap.
So,
I wouldn't put NWA. I wouldn't compare them to Public Enemy or somebody else.
Well, what I'm saying, Public Enemy was the standard of fight the power and everything like that. Then NWA came in with a sentiment of that because they're saying fuck the police, which is the power. Same thing on the West Coast. Fuck the police is fight the power on the East. You see what I'm saying? So, but we gravitated more to fuck the police because Public Enemy was talking on a larger scale and didn't understand that we were like fuck the police down here. For real, we on the ground with it. Fuck the police. So that's how they got us to more, gravitate towards the NWA part of the so-called revolutionary mind thing to bring us over to that way. Now we're stuck in the gangster mode. Every rhyme we start off with, fuck that nigga, I'm gonna shoot this mug. You know what I'm saying? All that dumb shit. Instead of, Dead Prez. Dead Prez was that movement. But then again, they had to be silenced. You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot of things, man, that we got to understand that these are multi-layered systems that are in play in different points. I'm quite sure everybody, I don't know about everybody on the panel, but you know, you go in your supermarkets now over here, everybody talking about, yeah, we going to Super Bowl, Super Bowl. Now, some people are like, yo, I'm shutting it off at halftime. I'm going to check such and such and such and such. It doesn't matter. It's all the same thing. It's meant to brainwash who is going to brainwash. Why not just shut all the television off and have a conference with your family during this time? Like on Sunday, get around your family and let's talk about how we going to pull the bullshit that these guys got laid out for us. Because quite sure while everybody's watching the Super Bowl, these guys are plotting and planning on the next movement to hit the people with. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
Of course they are. They doing it every day.
Yeah, they do it every day, but they do it monumentally at points when nobody's watching. Really, they'll pass a quick law, you know, in a quick session. We had a last minute session. We voted on this. Oh, we didn't know about. Oh yeah, you know, you was watching the Super Bowl. Oh, you was watching the World Series. Oh yeah. We forgot to tell you that. But now this is what you got to abide by because it was unanimously passed by both sides of the same crew. So it's heavy. It's really heavy, man. It's crazy.
Oh, who want to talk about some comic shit?
I know.
Comic shit.
Get too deep. Yo, let's get into the comic shit deep.
The comic shit get deep too.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's all
But
programmed.
you know what's crazy though? There's a movie out right now called Iron Lung.
Yeah.
And it's based on a video game that was called Iron Lung, but it was made by a YouTuber named Markiplier. You may have heard of him, maybe not. He's like one of the biggest YouTubers on YouTube. He has like 40 million subscribers. He's like one of the very top 5 YouTubers type shit.
British?
No, he's American dude. American dude, Mark something. So but his name is Markiplier on YouTube, and Markiplier. So he made a movie based on it. Hey, Zavell, I think that's your speaker is super loud.
Oh, hold on.
It's doing feedback. But anyway, he loved this game. He loved this game anyway. So he wanted to make a movie about the shit. And he makes the movie for, I think he got like 17 million. So I don't know, he got some money to make it. And this shit didn't I think it was a couple million, whatever. He done made 30, now it's over $30 million by Sunday, which is 10 times the original production budget. MCU movies don't make profits like that. No movies make profits like last movie to make profit like that was The Blair Witch, because they made it for like $18,000 and the shit made millions.
Yeah.
But this shit here, he spent a little money. But point being, this is crazy, man. This is you're gonna start seeing now. Watch, you're gonna start seeing Hollywood start tapping YouTubers to make movies, because this is the first YouTuber that made a movie, and it's like one of the most successful movies in history if you base it on the ratio of profit. That's wild shit.
That movie made over 30 million.
$30 million, and it's whack. I'm sorry, Mark. I'm sorry, Markiplier. It's not. It ain't even all that. Like, it's just the hype of because of who it is.
But also, if you think about it,
it's nothing to it. I mean, it's not whack, but it's not.
Let's say if you did an anime, you could do your own anime with a soundtrack and put it out and make millions. I'm in the process of doing that. Put my own anime together. And you know what? I mean, I'm using AI to do it. And it's
whatever works.
Yeah, see what I'm saying?
Fucking
if you're gonna utilize it. So I mean, I'm
Demon Slayer. Demon Slayer is like the biggest box office movie, and it's an anime movie.
Yeah. So
go look at a movie called Demon Slayer. Look at the box office of Demon Slayer, one of the most highest selling theatrical releases, the most highest selling release of the year. But yeah, it broke all kind of records, and it's an anime movie.
Yeah,
that's where we at now. But speaking of movies that's gonna blow shit up, Spider-Man Brand New Day is about to be crazy there. But you know, it's gonna be all these movies right now. They're trying to like make them as sensational as possible and pump them full of all kinds of shit. And it may or may not work. It may, you know, they could overdo it, or it could be phenomenal. Who knows? But we'll have to wait and see, obviously. But Spider-Man is now going to include. They got 5 MCU Disney characters in that bitch. They got like 8 villains. Bro, it's bananas. A lot of faces gonna be showing, a lot of familiar faces. A lot of the movie.
That trailer is crazy.
The trailer,
Yeah, that trailer is crazy.
yeah. No, this shit's gonna be nuts. And undoubtedly one of the biggest movies of 2026. It almost definitely crossed the $1 billion mark. I think it will. But anyway, it will focus heavily on Tom Holland's Peter Parker, as well as Zendaya's MJ, Jacob Batalon's Ned Leeds. But it will also have the Hulk, the Punisher, Scorpion, who's coming back from Spider-Man Homecoming, the same cat that was in Better Call Saul, Nacho. Disney Plus also has become an extremely important part of the MCU lately. So now all these projects that are releasing on streaming every year, all these MCU titles are being connected into this larger continuity for Brand New Day, as an example of how the characters who have major Disney Plus roles are going to be brought into the MCU side, into the movies now through this movie Spider-Man. It's going to be a lot, but there's a lot of people confirmed. Obviously, Punisher. John Bernthal is going to have a huge role in the movie. This will be the first MCU film that Punisher is actually in. Yeah. All the shit he's been in has been shows and all that. So this is the first MCU movie. We already seen him in in Daredevil and all that, but he was only featured in 2 episodes of Daredevil, episodes 4 and 9. Still had a lot of impact, but he was sought out by Matt Murdock after evidence was found linking Punisher to the recent crimes. But it turned out to be fanboys and not Frank himself. But Frank initially refused to get involved in bringing them down. So he's coming back and returned to season 1 finale. Finally got in on the action against Wilson Fisk's vigilante task force. Now, Brand New Day, ultimately, Punisher and Spider-Man will be on the same side. A lot of people thought they were going to be fighting each other because of, the way Punisher was introduced as a villain against Spider-Man. But they'll be rocking together. As a lot of people can guess, they will probably have radically different approaches to the way they deal with shit. Because Spider-Man never agrees with Punisher. In the comics, bro, Punisher loves Spider-Man. He fucking protects him. He fucking looks out for him. Spider-Man does not really fuck with Punisher though, because he kills people. But this will likely set up this sort of interesting and unique dynamic between these two throughout the whole movie and probably the MCU moving forward. Obviously, we got Banner, Hulk, She-Hulk. The only Disney Plus show that Mark Ruffalo's Hulk was in was She-Hulk, and we had Jennifer Walters' version of She-Hulk in there. Hulk didn't have a very prominent role. That he was, doing yoga and shit. Brought his son Scar in with crazy ass haircut, and so his role in Brand New Day has not been as advertised as Punisher. So we don't really know exactly what he's going to be doing, or even, it could be a different version known as Gray Hulk as well. That will be present too. So it'll likely show a different side of Bruce Banner's psyche though than we've seen in the MCU so far. So it won't be like the same, yoga Hulk that we saw. Tombstone is going to be in the joint. He was in Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man, which is a pleasant surprise for a lot of comic book movie fans. But the animated Disney Plus show gave us like a different version of Peter Parker that's not really connected to the MCU. So probably not a lot of connection for that character there, but that same character, Tombstone. Scorpion, he was also in Brand New Day, but it's going to be the Scorpion from the other Spider-Man movie. Obviously a lot of characters, but I don't know, dog. It could be a soup of shit, and it could be good.
I got hopes for it.
Yeah, I got hopes. It could be good.
Yeah.
Mark Ruffalo came on and said some shit about it too. He was like, at one point during the conversation, he said that he hopes that he can go to the premieres of both films and what he say? He said there was a video. He said, what did he say? Some people on what did he say? Denying that he would be in the movie, basically, but he was sort of joking. I think it was sarcastic, but
Yeah,
a
I
lot of
heard that.
people ran with it and shit, but he wasn't being serious. He's definitely gonna be in the shit. Who did say some shit they shouldn't have said was Magneto, Ian McKellen. He let us know that he is going to be destroying New Jersey in the Avengers movie.
That's fucked up.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. He said
my lady ain't gonna like that. She from New Jersey.
I ain't gonna
Yeah.
like because I'm living here in New Jersey.
You better get the hell out of New Jersey.
Magneto. Gotta talk to him.
Magneto go destroy New Jersey
We
in
need
the
to
Avengers movie.
send Magneto back to the White House.
word.
For real. Word.
Man, I'm crying over here right now.
Word.
Yeah, he said.
Yeah, I believe.
Oh,
It's
shit.
gonna be cool.
He said, I did destroy New Jersey the other day. Oh, perhaps I shouldn't have said that. Yeah, he It says what he said. Too much of the plot for Avengers Doomsday remains a secret. McKellen shared some details during an interview with Jake's Takes, with the veteran actor quickly admitting that he had made a mistake by disclosing the information. I remember the camera behind me, my hands raised up, and as I did that, 2 police cars in front of me were raised up on cranes. He said of his experience during 2000's X-Men, the first appearance as the villain. When I, at a signal, dropped my hands, the cars dropped. These were not special effects, he added before testing. Nowadays, I think things will become a little easier. I did destroy New Jersey the other day. Oh, perhaps I shouldn't have said that.
Ian McKellen is crazy.
He
He's
said
a
it so nonchalantly.
Yeah, so yeah, it says while we seemingly now know that Magneto has laid waste to New Jersey, much of the plot specifics are still scarce. Yeah, I mean that doesn't knowing Magneto is going to destroy New Jersey just makes me want to see the movie more. It doesn't spoil fucking a thing for me at all. I'm super happy to hear that. That's dope. I'm glad Magneto's about to fucking wreck shit. Magneto wrecking shit is always going to be dope. Not sure what happened to Vel. I think he fell off.
Probably trying to get his mic right, speaker right.
Let me see. Did he say something? Oh yeah, his mic was fucked up. Yeah. So oh, here's some more shit here. Yeah, this is the thing right here. Spider-Man Brand New Day may be the craziest yet. Gang wars, prison breaks, and multiple major cameos. The plot, chaos in New York. A gang war begins. 2 rival gangs are fighting over the sale of the new super drug. And this is going to be gangs like Tombstone, Hammerhead, those kind of villains from the comics, from Spider-Man comics. Those are the gangs them
boys don't get along.
Yeah. And so villains, this conflict leads to a face-off between Tombstone and Scorpion. So yeah, it'll probably be Scorpion and Tombstone. Prison break. Spider-Man catches the villains and they are sent to the high security prison. However, a leak allows several of them to escape, flooding the movie with villains. So yeah, there is going to be a bunch of villains. That was right. Let's see. Team ups and cameos. Yelena Belova will have some major role in the story, just not a quick appearance. The main team, Spider-Man, reportedly work alongside Hulk, the Punisher. Young Avengers expect brief cameos from Kate Bishop and Kamala Khan. Mystery hero. A surprise hero arrives at the end of the film to help the team. Avengers Doomsday. Tom Holland will participate in the upcoming Avengers movie. Yeah. Oh, you know what?
Hero, huh?
Mystery hero. And that reminds me, of something, and I'm gonna segue over to the recent wave of GI Joe Classified.
Oh,
There
yeah.
is, there's a fucking mystery character,
Yeah.
and it's
It's,
and apparently they're saying
Larry,
it's somebody new. Yeah, he said it was somebody new.
Larry Hama is supposed to be dropping him when he does his signing at Midtown Comics.
Mm.
I forget the day when. My brother got that information, but because he knows Larry, so I don't,
Mhm.
but he was talking about going there. Was it this weekend or next weekend? I believe. I don't know.
The toy
No,
fair
it
is.
might
No,
be
if it's the toy fair, that's the 17th,
yeah, so
14th
it's
to the 17th. Yeah, next weekend.
next weekend. So yeah, so he'll be dropping that at Midtown Comics during that week. Um, we'll see. I mean, this is a character. I think Larry did the bio on and stuff like that. So,
Mhm.
and they're gonna introduce it into the comic books because they said GI Joe, the people at Hasbro said, "Hey, we're gonna focus on the comics relating back to the toys and vice versa. So, whatever anything that shows up in their comics will definitely show up in the toys. So they're doing that type
Yeah,
of thing, like how they doing
right,
with movies. So,
right.
which is dope. I mean,
Yeah, yeah.
not gonna hate.
Huh.
Yeah.
Here we go. Here we go. I'm trying to find the thing. All right, just show you on my phone. Fuck it. The fuck. Bruh. All right. There we go. New figures coming out. There we go. Focus on Airtight. Yeah, the new Airtight looks pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like it a lot. Hydro Viper. Been waiting for him for a long time. I didn't think they would make one. I'm really surprised they're doing it. Well, not. I mean, now that I know they're going all out, but yeah, I didn't expect that we'd ever get this guy. So I loved him as a kid. He was awesome. This guy I never knew of as a kid. I didn't know. I think he came out in the 90s. Overkill.
Yeah,
The head of.
Mm.
So
Yeah.
Overkill is this. He's a cyborg, and he is what you call it. Who's the guy that kills all the Joes? I keep forgetting his name, but that's who he turns into.
Uh,
I think you have him, don't you?
Dark Lawn, you mean?
No, not Dark Lawn. He's all in red and stuff like that, red and purple. He has that heavy gun and stuff. Is it Saw Viper? No, not Saw Viper. Forget his name. Damn, I don't even have.
I got a nah. You're not talking about the Twilight Viper.
No,
You're not talking about the dude with all the missiles that shoot off the
No, not him. Hold on. I'm gonna jump. I'm gonna get that right now. Hold on. I got it because I gotta get it. It's in my head.
Yeah, dang, y'all gonna make me start collecting Joe action figures now.
bro, you gotta get into the classifieds, man. It's all I really rock with. It's all I really care about.
I was at a comic book shop earlier today. Me and my lady, we see some dope ass G.I. Joe action figures. Like, that
Yeah,
shit
bro.
is-
This new shit that's coming out is like adult collectible status type shit.
yeah,
But this is the new character that everyone thought was Wild Bill because he has Wild Bill's hat and guns. But
yeah, it is the Saw. I'm sorry, fellas. I'm sorry. It is the Saw Viper.
Okay, yeah.
Saw Viper. He turns into because he's heavily he kills people. He gets shot up a lot. So he turns into this character that dude that you was showing him. Yep.
that one right there.
Yep. That's who he turns into, this guy. Because if you look at his weaponry, you know what I'm saying? I think he has almost the same type of gun almost, but yeah.
It's big like that.
That's pretty dope.
Yeah.
And they said Lenny and them are saying that this is a new character. They're telling us it's not Wild Bill or anybody like that. And I don't know if Wild Bill ever having like a big, thick, wide coat like that. There's some sort of vest on him or some sort of apparatus, something around his waist or around his midsection or some type of vest.
You know what that silhouette reminds me of, and it should trigger you in a sense, in a good way. Clint Eastwood, Hang 'em High.
Oh yeah,
A few dollars more. That's what he looks like.
Or yeah, Josie Wales or one of those.
Josie
Yeah.
Wales, yeah, that's what he
And we
looks
got
like.
let me consult real quick. So, Bay, do I have permission to buy some Joes? And you know, I need a bigger geek room. Is that all right with you? Hey, she said that's perfectly fine with her. So I'm gonna be on it, fella.
There you go. That's what's up. That's what's up.
You just let this man jump in the rabbit hole.
That's a good wifey right there.
That's
Like to
good.
go
Man.
down a deep
Hey, I
hole.
jumped deep as hell, did I, Raw Talk?
Hey, that's good. You got the woman on your side. That's all that matters.
Got the permission.
I got the permission. I had to make sure it's within the budget, so I asked first.
There it is.
Keep the peace. They
Yes,
said
sir.
his beard was glorious. They said his mustache was glorious. That's how they described it. And I think it's pretty glorious. It has a bit of glory. And then you got this dude here. So it's Red Dog and what's his name?
That should be Red Dog and
So I know it's Mercer, Red Dog, and fuck. Why is his name escaping me right now? Are you kidding me?
that same here.
Like what? Taurus. It's Taurus. Red Dog and Taurus. Thank you, Casual. Thank you. What the fuck? So yeah, Red Dog and Taurus and Mercer are the three dudes that Sergeant Slaughter will send after you if you are naughty.
Yeah, they
then
was in a movie too.
Yeah. And this piece right here. So here we're getting Zartan Swamp Skier and his daughter. So that's Zartan's daughter and his Swamp Skier. I'll be buying it for the Swamp Skier. I really don't have any interest in her because I didn't know about her as a kid, so she doesn't do anything for me.
She was introduced in the Image comics.
Right. Yes. Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Zanya, I think her name is Zanya.
Something like that. Yes.
Who
And yeah, but
do with Zartan?
you're right.
He can be a chameleon. He can be a nice. He changes his
shape. Yeah, he can form into anybody. He can look like whoever he wants. But yeah, I've been waiting for him to come out with that. As many Zartan figures as they made, I'm surprised they never gave one with the Swamp Skier because that's what he originally came with.
They were supposed to do that during one of the very first they gave us the color change Zartan instead.
Right.
And I was always bitching about that. I'm like, you could have gave him a Swamp Skier and made it very special for for Hasbro PostCon. You could have did that, but no, you choose to make it with a character. She's cool and all. She's crazy in the comic books, but like, who's gonna army build this chick? You need the Swamp Skiers for every dreadnought.
Oh no, I just want one for Zartan.
Yeah, I mean, I understand that, but for those guys who want to reenact and do a lot of photo shoots and stuff like that, you want the army of Swamp Skiers, and but now you got to get 7 Zanyas for
I wouldn't try to do that because I wouldn't try to do that, and it's I've only seen them all on the Swamp Skiers a handful of times.
Yeah, like at least the main
Zartan right here too. And this is the new Zartan, or from the 90s, the Ninja Force Zartan.
Yeah, Ninja Force Zartan.
And shit's getting all fluorescent.
This is where you say, all right, I'm done.
Yeah, that's where I was done. The fluorescent
the 90s was kind of fluorescent era.
Yeah,
late 80s.
Fluorescent ninjas is a contradiction in terms. It's like,
yeah, ninja's supposed to not be seen. But
right.
But yeah, we're gonna make them day glow.
Would either one of y'all do photo shoots, action shoots with your figures? Have y'all ever thought about that, or would you do?
Oh yeah, I mean, I post a lot of pics on Instagram. Yeah.
I've done not too much outside action type stuff before in a diorama case, little on a shelf diorama, little things. I've done that. But it's still when you have the time to do that.
Yeah,
it's definitely a great stress reliever and great therapy to do that. Yeah, man.
Yeah. There's Warbird. And this is actually a really well-made figure. I passed on it at first. They just re-released it. It just came out not too long ago, but everybody was raving all the time how great a figure it was, and I just didn't really much care about it, but it is an amazing figure. And now that I am building up my cosmic Marvel shelf, whatever, that kind of whole thing with the Gladiator and the fucking what do you call them, Inhumans and all them and all the
So
and I
you
got like a whole street level, like that's all street level dudes up there. That's all like villains and mutants and shit. And then you got Avengers and then like just super villains down here. You got Spidey and shit over here. You got Spidey and then you got Deadpool down the bottom. All this table here is starting to be like the cosmic Marvel shit. And
I'm gonna ask you, right? You know what I'm gonna ask you, right?
no.
Well, I'm gonna ask you this: are you eventually gonna get Galactus, or try to find a good Galactus? If you're gonna,
Oh yeah, nah, that's huge priority. What I'll
Okay.
probably do is I'll probably fucking get it on eBay with like Klarna or one of them
okay,
pay on time shits and
Yeah.
just pay like $100 a month or whatever. Just you know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Whatever.
I dig it.
Because them shits are $800. And like
Tell me
I'm
about
I'm not rushing to make that purchase, but eventually I absolutely will have a Galactus. 1000% yes.
it. All right,
Holy, $800.
Galactus, you definitely gotta have them for that. For that.
Got to. And I really hope they do. I really am hoping that they will make a HasLab like out of like the next HasLab be like Living Tribunal or Eternity or you know some giant cosmic character, you know, like a Galactus, man, because those are the only characters really that Marvel Legends has never done yet. They've never done a Living Tribunal. They've never done a Eternity. And they're challenging. They would be challenges because Living Tribunal's head floats above his body. So they would have to have like a, I don't know if they do like maybe like a clear plastic stick with the head floating on above the body, or how they do it. Maybe like a clear cylinder. Who knows? I don't know how I try to imagine what they might do. Or maybe they'll just have, because he also has like drapery, like hoods that come to, maybe those will just connect to the body and have it make the head levitate. So they could do it. Eternity is basically clear. He'd have to be made of clear plastic and filled with stars and planets and galaxies in some way. So it would be a very expensive, you know, figure, and it would have to be a HasLab, but that's what everybody's really fucking wanting.
True.
Dude like that. Characters like those. But that Galactus figure, bro, that shit is amazing. And it comes with 3 regular size figures too. The Heralds.
Yeah.
You got, and then he comes with a bunch of different faces.
Was it Fire Lord and Caleb or something like that?
Something like that, man. All the different ones, Silver Surfer, and then the other ones too. Yeah, she's pretty cool. She's pretty dope. She got the. Oh no.
That's really tight.
Yeah, she's a good one. Nice pinless joints.
Yeah.
And then I had to grab these.
Okay. Ant-Man and Wasp.
Nice.
Dr. Pym, Hank Pym.
Yep. Hank Pym and Janet Van Dyne. But yeah, because I am putting together that OG Avengers squad. Really, I have them all. I mean, these would be the only 2 I didn't have. So now I have the whole Avengers team, the old school team.
Then you got to get the other giant one.
They made a HasLab. They made a giant man.
Yeah,
that I passed on. I could have got him, but I passed on him because I'm not a big fan of Giant Man, and I didn't want to spend that much money on a character I wasn't really a big fan of. A, B, that figure compared to the other big, the Sentinels and the Galactus and all that was just no comparison. So I'm like, if I'm gonna buy one of these big figures, it ain't gonna be that one.
Yeah.
And I knew that they had the small version.
Well,
That's-
shit, you know as well as I do, collect what you like.
Yeah.
That's it. There's Dr. Pym in his trench coat, or in his lab coat rather.
Is it cool?
How big? Oh, I was wondering about that lab coat because it kind of looked like the one Beast had, but his is bigger though.
Yeah, his would be way bigger. Yeah,
because I think
was
the Beast lab's coat is the same as the Lizard's.
Yeah, I was gonna say, man, I really want to get that for the Lizard.
Yeah,
because there's a new Lizard they just released. They just made a new version of the old, like, what do you call it? Build-A-Figure Lizard. They just kind of gave him a new head sculpt and some new paint colors and shit. But I want to get a cloth coat for him.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
But yeah, I'm taking the Pym head off, the Pym coat and the Pym head. Put on the Giant Man joint. God damn, that man.
But they made the most hard to put on.
Oh, this shit normally just pops right on. This shit right here is some new shit. Yo, he's dope though. I like how he's got the his antennae popping out and shit.
That's what's up.
Old school, I like that.
Yeah, old school. Classic,
like
classic Avenger, dude. Focus. There you go. Focus on that face. Because Marvel Legends honestly have, I think, the best head sculpts right now in the game. I've compared them to the more expensive figures, especially Mezco are horrible. Mafex though, I mean, just they don't cut it like, and it's not always been that way. And most people, if you would have heard, if someone would have said that shit 5 years ago, Marvel Legends had the best head sculpts in the game, they'd have fucking slapped you. But right now, I'm telling you, they fucking do. They stepped it up so hard that they passed everybody, and they're even the more expensive, especially the more expensive. Like I don't even like them high end figure head sculpts and shit. They don't. They look whack, or they try to make them look like the actors and shit in the MCU. It's like, but these just look like really well drawn comic book characters, and that's what I think they should do. They should look like comic book characters, not real people. But this little thing comes with a bunch of little accessories. It comes with a little beaker, like a little lab beaker, a miniature spaceship that I guess you would put in Giant Man's hand and make it like he's giant holding a space. Maybe I guess is the kind of thing. So make him seem like he's large. I don't know why they got a little spaceship. Another little lab beaker. Yeah, right. Or yeah, you're right. You're right. That's even smarter, Spade. Thank you. You use this Pym particles to shrink the fucking thing down to the size of a beaker. And I don't know what that was, just fell out. I'll show you in a minute. He's got these cool hands that are like grabbing hands. I haven't really seen these a lot. A lot of figures have not come with these hands. This shape of hands, like the way they're grabbing. It's dope. See that? You don't get a lot of hands like that. That's a pretty unique hand sculpt. I guess it's good for holding beakers or something, maybe. Let me see. I don't know. We'll figure it out. All right, here is Janet Van Dyne already wearing her Wasp joint. Look at that. That's dope.
Love it.
That is really well done. Let me get that to focus for y'all. Yeah, I know y'all want to see that shit.
Ah,
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Really, really well done. And then she's got some wings. We got like 4 wings. They plug into the back there. Got 2 holes in the back. You just key them in like this. Real easy. Real easy. Censored. All right, there we go.
Okay.
And then you can separate them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
okay.
See,
Okay,
and they
all right.
articulate. Yeah, they articulate all kinds of ways too. They bend like that, and then they open up.
For
So-
the flow.
Yeah, this is a really cool, really well made fair. I like these, man. Glad I
Yeah,
got.
I turned 7 years old again and start playing with the shit.
You know what I mean? Yeah, no.
Especially
It's,
if I have kids to terrorize.
There you go.
Like
Yeah.
Boston, that man are gonna get you.
These are sharp, man. I originally I passed on these. These are re-released, but I'm glad I went ahead and pulled the trigger because they do have that nostalgic feel, and that's really what I do all this shit for. That's what I look for in a figure. Somebody asks me like, what do you like to collect? Shit that makes me feel nostalgic.
Yeah.
Like I don't
Did
look
you order those?
huh?
Did you order those or you found them in a store?
No, I order pretty much 90% of everything I have. But 90%. I rarely get anything from a store because of where I live. A lot of people get a lot of their shit from stores. I have one Walmart near me, and it is very scarcely to ever have anything that I want. And then any other stores are like an hour away.
Mm.
I live in like a rural area right now, which is just crazy to me. City boy that I am, but yeah,
But
I don't know.
peace is good.
I was gonna say, it's kind of cool. Like there is shit that I like about it, man. Like being out of the city, being in the country, as it were. There are a lot of pluses, I guess you would say.
Peace matters, man.
Like it's still a hood here. Like it's still a hood. Yeah, like I'm still in a small town that, in the hood, but it's surrounded by rural areas. Like this town of Franklin, old city, like a historically black city. It's still 65% black, the population of the city, and it's been here since the early 1900s. And but it's surrounded by, like I said, an hour in every direction of just farmland and shit. And there's this tiny little city. It's dope. It is kind of dope. Like I came here because my ex-wife now's family is from here, and when her grandmother passed, she didn't have no more family in Florida, so she wanted to live near her family, and we had visited here a few times. And like the kids from this neighborhood, like they go to college. Like it's not like the hood in Florida where it's the hood. Like this I knew kids here. Like every kid went to the same high school here. It was like a little country town, and they all went to the HBCUs. Like everyone here goes to a historically black university. It's like part of the culture here in this town. So, and my son was just in first grade, and I know what it's like growing up in Florida, and I just didn't want to raise my son there, and I knew I had this option, so we moved here. Fucking city mouse in the country, crazy ass stories, bro. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, it's been a crazy ass experience, bro. I've been here for like 10 years at this point, probably damn near going on 13 years now. Since 2014. Yeah.
12 years. Yeah.
Yeah.
12 going on 13.
It flew by. But yeah. I don't know why I was talking about this, but it's a dope town. But
Because I asked you, did you order this order about
oh,
it? You
ordering
probably
shit, yeah.
one
Right.
Walmart, so you had to order it.
Nothing around here. No other collectors really that I know of in the area. But somebody buys up all the shit at Walmart. There's somebody here that secretly is fucking buying all this shit, and I want to know who they are. This town is too small.
They reselling, man. You know what it is? It's the
They
reselling
got,
game.
yeah, they gotta be because
Yeah,
somebody
they
buying them all.
scalping. They trying to get they papers.
Mm.
So it is, man. It's
Pretty
crazy.
much gotta be because yeah, but
I'm trying to look
I
around
don't.
where I live and get the His Tank Hot Wheels, and I can't even find them up. Man, I'm pissed off over it.
Yeah, I don't even attempt to like find shit in the wild or at stores or none of that anymore. I just now if it don't come out in pre-order, I pretty much don't get it. Like I only buy pre-ordered shit
Mm.
because I don't know why. I just like because well, I know why because I'm not trying to pay 2 and 3 times retail on eBay
Yeah.
for anything. So that's why like and shout out to my homie, shout out to Jersey Maniac. Dude's a riot. He's always ranting about figures, like every single figure that comes out. He talks about how it's the worst shit in the world. Buys every single one of them, has every figure, but just rants and raves about how they all suck. It's hilarious. But yeah, it's I don't know, dog. It's something that I'll probably always do. It's a hobby that I'm into, but yeah, I can't. I can only pre-order shit because once it hits retail, once it hits the aftermarket, you're paying 2-3 times the price, and I'm just not doing that. But a lot of people like New Jersey Maniac and a lot of these other guys are kind of pissed off that Hasbro is like re-releasing a lot of characters. Is what I was getting at. So he kind of rants about like anytime a new character comes out or a old character that they've already done is re-released, but I love the fact that they're doing that because I wasn't collecting back then, and honestly I don't want to have to go on eBay and buy some pinned up Frankenstein looking old school looking figure, for whatever retail collector's price or aftermarket price you've concocted. So fuck that. I pre-order it, and I'm happy that they're re-releasing these figures so that I can get them. Because I'm only getting pre-orders. That's it. And they're about to, re-release a Firefly, a retro Firefly. Like, why are we making retro Firefly? Didn't we already have retro Firefly?
Mm.
Remember that? Look.
Yeah.
Yeah, this fucking thing it's not retro, that's why. It is retro, but it ain't. I can't get it to come up. But yeah, the retro Firefly wasn't really a retro. It was in a box. But it's like $60 even on Walmart right now. So if I don't get the pre-order, I don't get it.
Well, fellas, I'm gonna get ready to roll. We finna make some margaritas over here.
I dig it.
Sounds good.
So
Yes,
I'll
sir.
let y'all next go around next Saturday. I gotta work, but it'll probably be boring at work, so I'll be like, in the chat or something.
Yeah.
All
Well, that's what's up, bro.
Have
All right,
fun.
man.
Be safe.
Y'all too.
Indeed, sir.
Sir.
Much love.
Thanks for coming on, bro. Yeah,
Much
man.
love.
Always.
Anytime. Peace.
Yes, sir. Peace.
Absolutely,
Be safe.
bro. Peace.
Yes, sir. Yeah, man.
So we know what He-Man's gonna look like in the movie. We know what Battle Cat's gonna look like in the movie.
Yeah, but I'm like kind of the toys, man, got me bugged out, man, because it looks more claymation type. It don't look detailed. The action figures, what I mean?
Yeah, they look cheap because
Yeah.
honestly, Mattel is makes cheap shit.
Yeah.
Mattel figures have sucked. Like they have the wrestling figures, but they have like different levels. They have like a cheap ass version, and they have a little bit better version. They have like the deluxe ones,
Yeah,
which
that's what
really
told
close on them and shit. But they don't even.
I mean,
I
if
don't
you look at the when they came out with the Masterverse, those figures are
Those were
excellent,
nice. Yeah, those were decent.
nice figures. And I thought they would give this the treatment, I mean, the face.
Well, that's not that bad.
Now look, his face look kind of. Maybe it's just his face, man.
Well, yeah, that's why I don't fuck with movie figures. I don't like when they try to make actors' faces on
Yeah,
toys because it no matter how good the face sculpt is, it's a real person, so it's always gonna look off because it's never gonna really look like that person. So it's always gonna have that uncanny valley weirdness to it.
yeah. That's what irks me about it. It's like, ugh.
Yeah, but
And
that's that
then,
movie figure shit.
yeah, man.
That's that
And
movie
then,
figure shit.
his cross on his chest. I thought it was
Yeah.
always like an X or something, but I probably mistaken.
Yeah, I did too.
Kinda-
It
kinda
did seem like it was different, but I think it is accurate.
Yeah.
Let me see. Yeah, it was a plus, but it was just wider.
Yeah,
See?
yeah. That's what they call. I
Like
forget
the
what-
Navy or the Iron Cross.
Yeah, the Iron Cross, the German Iron Cross.
German Iron Cross, yeah.
Yeah. Or just General Iron Cross, but the Germany took it.
German used it. Yeah, they used it. Yeah.
Wow. Oh, so they avoided that. Okay, I see what they did.
Yeah,
To
yeah.
avoid it. Okay.
Probably, yeah, you're right. Yeah.
I mean, it's decent. I mean, I know this movie's gonna hit it out the park. Hopefully, they
Yeah.
get some new young people that's into it. I mean, I'm talking about little guys. I'm not talking
Yeah.
about even teenagers. I'm talking teenagers won't be in it, but I'm talking about some real little guys like some
Yeah.
4-year-old, 5-year-old, 6-year-olds, because that's
Yeah.
what they really need for these brands to survive. They need to capture the
Yeah.
minds and the hearts of the little kids, man.
hmm
You know,
Yeah, and yeah, that's true. And with especially that's why like I probably won't buy these figures because I know I won't buy them because I don't like movie figures. But and movie figures, they make kid version ones, they make adult, they make all the way up to $6,000 statue versions.
yeah.
And these are like 6-inch scale Battle Cat. So they're making this 6-inch scale, but they're gonna make the DC shit 6.5 inches. And then like their wrestling figures. I'm kind of not happy they're doing that because and I'm not like a size queen, like I don't really give a fuck. But like honestly, if you're gonna make them, if you're not gonna keep DC at 7 inches, like McFarlane's been doing, and let us continue that collection and let them look good together on the shelf, then at least make it the same size as the rest of the figures in my room, which are all 6-inch, of course, because that's what most figures are. Why you're picking this 6.5 inch in between everything?
Well, I mean, 6.5 is still in that ballpark.
I mean, yeah, but Batman's gonna be just a hell of a lot taller than everybody else in Marvel. You know what I mean? Like it's just gonna be kind of weird. Everyone's gonna be a little taller than everyone in Marvel. It won't look as good than if they were 6 inches. Which, and then the argument of detail. Honestly, I see more detail in 6-inch G.I. Joe classifieds than I've ever seen in the 7-inch McFarlane figure. So
Yeah.
that's bullshit.
The smaller it is, you get more detail, I would think. Yeah, you can add more details to a larger figure, but to get intricate details,
Right.
the smaller it gets you. But what do I know, man? All I know is O-rings at this point in my life.
Yeah.
O-rings and comics, brother. That's it. I'm almost finished with the O-rings, hopefully, and then I'll get on those by the end of the summer. And I want to just finish off these comics, but now I'm doing my checklists. I'm actually putting it in an Excel sheet. Man, this has become a real task.
Trying to log all your figures?
All my comics.
Oh, the comics. Oh.
It's like finance class over here, man. Like, this is crazy.
Yeah. Cataloging comics is not a fucking easy, it's a very tedious task.
Yeah. Yep. But I'm looking at the whole board of it. It's like I thought I was doing something. I ain't even put a dent in the series.
Nah.
Yeah, this is like what my man said. And what was it, Zoolander? He said everybody's taking crazy pills. That's what it feels like. This is what it feels like, man. Crazy pills when I'm dealing with this stuff. I'm like, why am I doing this? I'm torturing myself. But I love G.I. Joe, so
that's it.
Go through with the torture.
Yeah. Well, this is happening.
Okay.
It's Spider-Man. It's just an official reveal of a Spider-Man Superman team up logo. Their variant covers for the Superman Spider-Man crossover event that's coming out in April. So it's about the comics. So a lot of dope.
Just like they did Deadpool and Batman, right?
The Batman joint, yeah. Like here's the thing.
And it's like, to me, at first I was thinking that like all this is new. What they're doing the crossover, but they always done crossovers.
Yeah.
Done it. So it's like
the only thing that would be new is if they did it in a movie.
Oh, that'd be the most awesomest thing they would ever do. It would set movie records. I think it would shatter every movie record possible.
Oh yeah.
If they did a Superman Incredible Hulk or Justice League Avengers crossover. Oh my God. Yo, Crisis on Infinite Planetary, whatever. If they do it, crazy.
Yeah. No,
just to see that.
Yeah, that would the thing is like that's one of those things. That's one of those things that it's great for the fans, but it's not great for the companies, and that's why they won't do it. Like we'd love to see it, but these companies don't want to share the rights and share the wealth and all that bullshit, and that's why we get robbed of dope shit because they want to and I mean I can't blame them. It's the bottom line. They got to make their money. They got to do what they got to do. But yeah, that's why we generally don't see a lot of that shit. But I think we're gonna get it. Like I think that is going to happen. There's a lot of talk about it in Hollywood. A lot of talk with James Gunn and Feige, and they've talked about it, and they've told us that they've talked about it, and that they're in their minds like it's gonna happen. They just not like they're not planning it yet, but they know it's gonna happen.
Yeah,
like eventually. And Spider-Man Superman is the classic team up that they've done so many times, so it will likely be them, just because also they're the most popular of the two, which I think Batman and Spider-Man would be a much cooler movie, but I'm a Batman fan, but that's
and yeah, I'm a Batman fan too, but I'm looking for the Batman Daredevil. That right there, boy.
Yeah, Batman Daredevil.
Yeah. That'd be crazy. These two dudes running amok at night, beating up criminals. What?
Mm-hmm.
Yo,
I mean,
that right there'd be a whole study in psychology of each character in the universe, beating up. Like one's driven by not killing, but you know what I'm saying, his rage overcomes him. The other one got rage, but he's a lawyer. He's thinking about other ramifications. They're both on that. That'd be crazy. Yep.
Yeah, there's a dope ass cover with or that Frank Miller made that a lot of people are getting hype over. Let me see if I can pull it up.
Frank Miller doing this thing now, huh? He getting back
Yeah,
into getting his
trying to make a
juice.
comeback.
Yeah,
Right.
juice back. Okay.
Let's see if it'll come up. Nah, it ain't gonna come up. Nah, I can just show y'all like this. Here you go.
Ooh, something very interesting going on right there.
Mm-hmm.
Something very interesting. These guys are like armored in a sense.
Yeah.
Hmm.
And Superman got a mask on.
That's what I'm saying. This is interesting with that. And look at his cape, his cape. Yeah.
Yeah.
Got that, and then you see Spidey's in his what you call his suit, his metal suit.
Yeah. Yeah. I got that figure.
Word?
The all metal. Yeah, like that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I had him, I sold him, but yeah, he was dope.
Yeah, I like him.
Yeah. That Batman looked reminiscent of the current absolute Batman almost.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'd love to see Batman and Dr. Doom. That would be sick.
What up,
Fantastic plastic.
Yeah.
Yeah. What up?
Yo, but imagine if they just snap. Look, what if James Gunn say, over the hype of this absolute world, we're scrubbing everything now. And we're going absolute everything. And he does the absolute Batman.
Mm-hmm.
That right there, people will understand why, he got to do a about face and just say, we're going to do the absolute world now. All right.
Dog.
We're going to
Did I show you the
comics.
Did I show you the Method Man? No, I don't think I showed y'all.
No. Meth.
Hold on, watch this.
The absolute world.
The absolute.
That'd be
Watch.
crazy. Okay. He Bishop, huh?
I haven't had a lot of time to read, but right now, Absolute Batman is the bottom line of everyone's lore right now. We all know the story of Batman. We've seen his origin story so many times, but the way that they did it, you could tell that these are the writers that are writing these books were fans of the original and said, but what if we brought this into modern times? What would this thing look like? And it's so fascinating to see how it does and what direction it goes. And it's like, damn. Why didn't I think of that? So yeah, always that new energy. New energy brings new storylines, and always thinking outside the box can give you a whole different perspective on something that you thought that you knew for your whole entire life. I haven't had a lot of time.
That's what's up. Yeah, he go crazy for comics. Yeah, he's a collector, man. Heavy in the game. It's funny, man. Hip hop, every hip hop head, man, that I know either collects comics, records, or toys, CDs, or what have you. It's some type of media that draws back to their childhood or how they come up. You know what I'm saying? You on mute, bro. I can't hear you. What happened?
Yeah, I was always saying, like, if you go to if you go to record stores, or you try to look for, like some just underground, like mom and pop record store nobody knows about, to find some real obscure shit, and you be digging in crates trying to find wild shit, you are no different than a comic nerd.
Yeah.
Same shit we do.
And they're the same. And
digging in crates, looking through comics, trying to find shit.
And they're no different than, I think there's one and the same at the end of the day. Because, I mean, there's times if I go and I'm like, oh, I haven't done this in a while, go into a record store and be like, yo, I need to get some inspiration. You look at the breakbeat section. You go into, the classical. You go into the funk. You see those covers
all
and stuff. Remind you comic covers. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's like, yo, I think that's what it is, man. We fortunately for us, we grew up at a time being Generation X, the unknown, and it's like we adapt and we grew up with the best of everything. So we can collect across the margin. It's like we can get into conversations with other people. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, you're into vinyl. I can get into that conversation because I know about vinyl and stuff. I may not be too detailed or intricate in it, but I do know because I had vinyls growing up and I collected some as well. And likewise for them, they could be like, yeah, I remember Spider-Man. I remember the Avengers, Silver Surfer. A lot of these guys, they know. You know what I'm saying? Kung Fu flicks. Oh, word. Yo, right on the Deuce used to be a couple of spots you can, you know what I'm saying, get the Kung Fu, chill out, what have you. People playing hooky, go and watch some Kung Fu flicks. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. Or like, yo, Toys R Us was the jam. You know what I mean? Like, yo, it's just what it is. I think our era was the most creative and mentally free.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, we didn't have no real restraints. We were free to think the way we wanted to think without, in a sense,
so much influence. So much. Like, you know, I mean, we probably were the last generation.
Yeah, I mean, we could really think, but there were things that were, like I said before, brainwashing us in a sense. And that may be a strong term, brainwashing, but I guess it catered to our...
It's like a level of it.
Yeah, it's a certain level of it. We were experimented on as far as cartoons leading into the toys because they were the commercials for the toys that came out. You know what I'm saying?
Social propaganda, social experiments and all that.
And it's consumerism. So more was better back then. Like,
bro,
had the more what, you know, you felt your worth in a sense.
Did you know that the cartoons and shit were so bad and so worthless, like just like rotting kids' brains and shit? A group of black school teachers got together and created Sesame Street.
Yep. Yeah. And it's crazy, man. Like, if you also
like,
think
I grew up on Sesame Street, bro.
Me too.
And and
Oscar the Grouch,
as a little kid, like, we didn't like racism, like, for our generation is crazy too, because like as little kids, because I think because of fucking Sesame Street and a lot of other shit, we were early indoctrinated that racism is not even, it's wrong. You know what I'm saying? We all, you know, everybody's same, blah blah blah, like all the stuff that we learned from like a 1-year-old, 2-year-old, 3-year-old.
Yeah.
If it wasn't for Sesame Street, bro, we wouldn't have had that. That's something our generation had that other generations don't have and didn't have.
Oscar the Grouch was my first real toy as a child. Oscar the Grouch. My favorite to this day. I mean, and
I'm sure I had a fucking Oscar the Grouch toy.
Yo, the eyes on that motherfucker was hard, man.
Yeah, the hard eyes on the soft body. Yep.
It was a Gunn. Gunn made those. Gund. They made those. They made bears too, but they made a lot of the Jim Henson, you know, puppets, the Muppets, the fabrics and stuff like that. So it was crazy. You know what I mean? Growing up in those times, man, we had a lot of awareness too back then. We was taught, because we were, for the most part, a lot of us were latchkey kids. So our parents would work, or, you know, in my case, one parent locked away and one working, you know what I'm saying, type deal. And I had to help raise my brother in a sense, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, you had that key around your neck. You don't open the door for nobody. Mommy, 2 shifts, you know what I'm saying? And all you had was, you know what I'm saying, some Swanson dinners at times and some cartoons.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
I was one of the because I'm all my friends were that way. Like we would go into their house and no parents would be there. We'd be kicking it. My mom was there. My dad was one of the like he was there and he would go to work. He worked at the post office and he worked like 60 hours a week and held it down. And you know what I'm saying? We eventually moved out of the shittiest part of the hood that there was, where I was born. In the grimiest fucking spot, dog. My parents' first spot. And we, you know what I'm saying, moved up eventually, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, I know, like all my friends, that's just how it was, and it wasn't a big deal. Like nobody was tripping about it. It was normal. Like that was the norm. Like and
we had those TV
we
shows.
were young adults and shit.
Yeah, and every show had a moral lesson to it. I don't care if it was cartoons or daytime television or even the television at night, the evening television. Every show had a moral purpose. It taught you morality in the sense this is how you should be treated and how you should treat others. This is how you work out a problem or a scenario. We had that. So growing up, learning that, you're like, okay, now I know how to problem solve in a certain way that was well beyond my years. You know what I'm saying? You did it early. So, like, we see these kids nowadays, they never had that public service announcement type deal. Because that's why they were reckless abandon, because they never had a chance to sit and think about it before reacting. We had a chance to think about it before we react. We can sit and think about it and say, hey, yeah, this might go bad or it might go good. What are we going to do? Well, we're going to try one. We got to. We got to try one. Some of us chose the bad route and came out good. Some of us chose the good route, came out bad. It's just what it is. But we had that early.
But we had the ability to grow up in stages where and like we would get information at a young age that we were supposed to get. Like nowadays kids are flooded with everything that everyone else in the world is flooded with at the same time. All grown up ass adults and pedos and everybody else and every fucking 4-year-old with a phone. They all get the same information at the same time.
Yeah. And that fucks up the barrier between development.
Right, exactly.
A child,
because we had the tools before the man offered us candy. We were told what was going to happen, and we were told how to deal with it. And we learned all the shit first before we had that experience. So, but like now, it's all backwards, bro. They don't have time to learn all that shit first.
You remember when Zimmerman shot killed him?
Trayvon,
yeah, and this guy was supposed to be a part of the neighborhood watch. And remember, there was commercials about that. We had signs throughout our neighborhoods about neighborhood.
Oh, yeah.
Watch. And that was about the neighborhood, not one lone gunman. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And that's what threw me back. I'm like, how's this motherfucker even on a neighborhood watch with his attitude? Because the neighborhood watch is, if somebody's in your neighborhood, you call the next neighbor like, this is what's going on. Meet me out. So
you're never ever supposed to patrol alone. They do not patrol alone.
Ever.
They do not patrol alone.
And that's what threw me off. I'm like, this wasn't a neighborhood watch thing. This guy with an ego. So I'm like, when you grow up in the era, you know to have discernment for certain things, and you could break down. That's why I say our generation is the most I say fortunate generation, because we can see and discern from bullshit. We know what's bullshit and what's not. You know what I'm saying? We know what's the truth and that's what bothers me sometimes. Is like, we know, and we're the generation in the middle, right?
Yeah, right.
So we're also the generation that's supposed to be taking care of not supposed to, but we are taking care of our elderly as well as our youth. So we are the essence that need to stand up and say, look, fuck all this. We shutting all this shit down.
Yeah, we are supposed to be the caretakers right now.
Yeah,
of
we
everything.
are the financial, the sole nucleus of the family, so to speak. We are the nucleus because we're old enough to know and young enough to teach
and to act.
and to act. Yes. So that's why I'm like, we all know what this is with all this politicizing. We already know what this is. Why are we being ignorant to this shit? Let's just, put it into motion, get it done, and then we can get back to, living. But it's just like,
I hear you, dog. Like
that's crazy.
I'm with that shit, dog. And I always said this. I'm not gonna be the guy that take how you want it, but I'm not gonna be the guy that runs out. The first guy to run out with the gun, and just start shooting up shit. But when the shit is popping off, if you show up to my house with a gun, I'm hopping in the pickup. Let's go.
Yeah. I dig it. Yeah.
Like when it's popping, I'm here. But I'm not starting it off. And I think a lot of people are thinking that. And that's why I don't start off, because everybody don't want to be the one that starts it off, because that motherfucker's dying. But sometimes but it can't be one guy. It has to be all of us. It has to be a lot of us at once. It has to be a lot of us at one time. And I mean, there were some sick fucks doing some wild shit back in the day, and some people in the North were like, you can't do that to people, and they fucking marched on the South and shut that shit down.
That's one narrative. I have a whole nother narrative. They always doing it. One was more closeted than the other.
Yeah.
And then they had to make money. One was messing up the money. That's the only difference. One was really messing up the money.
But the people though, there were abolitionists. Like there were people.
I'm not saying, I'm not discounting that. There were definitely abolitionists that spearheaded. But I think within those abolitionists, there were people that were saying, just like the analogy or the story you gave about Washington playing both sides of the fence. I think Stu or somebody was saying that he played both sides of the fence. I think the abolitionists had the ability to do that too. Like, go to the North. These motherfuckers is fucking up the money down there, man. They really fucking up the money. Down there, and then they go down south like, these northern guys up here, they want to shut it down because the money. And then they came to a consensus. Listen.
And of course there is that, though, those characters, but we can't, we can't take away from the fact that there had to been enough white people that weren't down with that shit to have changed it.
Yeah.
And you know what I'm saying? And there had to be.
Yeah. I'm not discounting none of that, but with going back into just jumping off of that, going into the comics, when we say the left and the right, it was funny to me because when you show the Spider-Man and Superman thing they coming out, or the Deadpool and Batman that they got popping on, and I was always the one that's like, DC versus Marvel was always a thing.
Yeah.
But they all in this, like I said, they're all in the same gang because they're part of the comics, that culture, comic book publishing. So if one falls, the other will fall. So they got to prop each other up. They cannot, one cannot supersede the other. They got to stay in some type of balance, or the whole industry or system crumbles. So when they do these amalgamation type things, I think that's just them saying, look, we're at a point where we're both losing. We need to spark up and get people back interested in a way where we can both capitalize. I think that's why this is going to happen in the movies. I think this is going to happen in the movies.
It will. It will.
It
will because No, they said it's going to definitely happen. And also, speaking of what's happening in the movies, your boy in Spider-Man, the guy that's playing William Metzger is like the head of the damage control we had talked about the other day. These guys, damage control.
That's him. You playing him? Cool.
Yeah.
What's up?
Tremel Tillman will play William Metzger in Spider-Man Brand New Day, and Metzger was the leader of the anti-mutant militia in the comics.
Wow,
This all leads into the mutants.
Wow, that
Yeah.
and check it out. That's a kind of wild racial flip too.
Yeah. They're having the black man go after the mutants.
That's kind of wow.
Yeah. I think that's very intentional. For obvious reasons. But yeah, that's what it is. But yeah, he let's say Tillman mystery character has been revealed. Nexus Point News learned that Tillman will play an obscure X-Men villain, William Metzger, in Spider-Man Brand New Day. Will serve as the leader of Damage Control in the Marvel Cinematic Universe and will be an anti-mutant character. Sources tell Tillman signed a multi-picture deal, which potentially includes Marvel Studios' upcoming X-Men films. Metzger in the comics was created by Joe Casey and Steve Rude in 1999 and first appeared in X-Men Children of the Atom #1. Metzger led the anti-mutant militia in the X-Men Children of the Atom miniseries. The character was killed later by Magneto.
Yeah.
And I think Magneto is going to kill him in the movies too.
Yeah, eventually, yeah.
Now, Magneto in the movies that we talked about earlier, how he revealed that he's going to be destroying a city of New Jersey. And he also was like, talking shit about Trump too on some talk show. They were like, he's like, I was on the set and they told me to cast. He said, have your hands out like that. And he said, now, Ian, he told me on the mic, he said, have a angry face on. And so he put on an angry face and he's like, now say something. And he was like, what should I say? And he's like, say the worst thing you can think of. And he said, Mar-Lago. But yeah, Magneto gonna be popping shit in this movie. He gonna be doing some work. He gonna put some work in. Spider-Man Brand New Day was written by Chris McKenna and Eric Sanderson, best known for writing the previous 3 MCU Spider-Man films. Destin Daniel Cretton will direct the film after previously directing Marvel Studios projects Shang-Chi, Legend of the Ten Rings, and Wonder Man. So yeah, the Wonder Man and Shang-Chi director is doing the Spider-Man movie. That's cool. Kevin Feige and Scott produced the film. Tom Holland, blah blah blah. We know everybody that's in it. Yeah,
that's cool. It's gonna be interesting. I want to see the take on it. I want to see why is this guy anti-mutant,
right?
Because then that's that struggle. Okay, if we're gonna go into this universe is supposed to be reflective of our universe in a sense, with the political strife and stuff like that in history. How is a black man going to be a racist towards mutants now?
Right.
So
well,
no, I'm just saying in the sense of that right there makes it awkward. It's like far.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like, okay, so you're going to make this guy the villain to oppress mutants, but he comes from oppression in a sense. You know what I'm saying? So it's like,
well, you remember the character from Django that Samuel played?
Yeah, same him. Yeah.
Right. That kind of dude. Like, what if he's like just one of them dudes, just a self-hating motherfucker?
Yeah. And I don't even think that character of Samuel was a self-hating. I don't think
you know what I mean, though. You know what I mean. Though.
Yeah, I know what you mean. But that character was more so greed. He was like greed in the flesh, in a sense. Like he was greedy for power. And what you call it gave him the power. He didn't do nothing but sit back and enjoy the whatever the spoils of the labor. But that dude in Django, Samuel's character, was greedy for power. Because he never had it. Now he got it. You know,
he hated black people.
No. I don't think he. Nah,
he was greedy, but he hated black people.
No, because you know why I say he didn't.
You don't think so?
No, because if you see him talking in the kitchen,
he kind of said he did.
Huh? What happened?
He kind of said he did. He said he did.
the way it was projected, how I see it, I didn't say he. I don't think it was that. He may have said it in the but the way he was moving, it was like it was more so power. Because you give motherfucker power,
you should watch it again. Watch that movie again. How long has it been since you've seen it?
Already
Okay.
this new year. It's on HBO like crazy. On Mistborn. I've been watching that crazy because it's funny. He's like, come on, Lord, kill this motherfucker. Let me kill this motherfucker. My man shot up on the ground. He said, come on, Lord, let me kill this motherfucker. I'm like, this motherfucker's dying, and he's praying to kill this motherfucker. That's what I'm saying. He's just like, he was twisted in a way. Like, his power was like, he would hate anybody. He hated everybody, really. It was just he had the power over the black people.
Well, you know the guy from Boondocks.
Aaron Magruder? Or
the character.
Uncle Ruckus.
Ruckus.
Yeah, Uncle Ruckus. Yeah.
He hate black people.
Yeah, Uncle Ruckus. Yeah.
Well, that's okay. Well, that's what I mean. A Ruckus type character. What is he a Ruckus type motherfucker?
Yeah, because Steven I think his name was Steven. And
this shit here. Yeah, this shit here is dope. This Django graphic novel. This shit go.
You know, it's crazy though how he mixed that up with a real spaghetti western that was called the Django.
It's called Django, yeah.
In Italy, they made a spaghetti western where the Django was the white guy.
Yeah.
It was cool.
Yeah.
I was shocked because I was like, hold up. He got this title from this spaghetti western. I'm like,
yeah. There's already a movie called Django. Yeah. There's a song and everything.
Yeah.
Django. So William Messer's powers. The Spider-Man brand new villain had a tragic end in the comics.
Yo, that dude look crazy.
Yeah, bro. Have you seen the movies or the show Severance?
Yeah, I seen like the first 2 episodes. I didn't get deep into it.
Yeah.
But
yeah, if you get deep into it, he's a main character in that show. His character in that show is a bad guy, right? But yet not. And then I don't know. It's hard. I don't want to, fuck, because Severance is that story, I don't want to spoil
it. Most managers, they're not bad guys, only at the job. Outside the job, they're good people.
Yeah.
They're just doing that guy because they're at work. They gotta be.
Yeah, you gotta be. The role is an asshole role. Yeah. You gotta be a dick. Because you got to tell people to do shit that they don't want to do, or you got to tell them to stop doing shit they want to do, and basically, and people they feel some type of way sometimes. But but I want to know about the character from the comics, like you were saying. What is he like? Why does he hate mutants and all that? Leader of the anti-mutant militia, headquartered in Trenton. Ooh.
Yeah. So that's why he's destroying New Jersey.
Right. Look at all the shit that's popped up. I can't even read the article now. Who designed this fucking website, bro? Bro, you can't even see them. Look. This has to be moved. This has to be moved. This has to be moved.
Yeah, them pop-ups.
This has to be moved. This fucking thing up here, what is this? That has to be moved. There we go. All right. Yes, headquartered in Trenton. So, yes, that's why Magneto is fucking up New Jersey. There you go.
Thank you, Master.
We just cracked the code. Magneto, with what McKellen told us, and this shit here, I just gave you some plot details, some inside plot details to the goddamn Avengers.
There it is.
Yes, he conducted a cross-country lecture tour. Metzger met FBI agent Kane and began work with him in a top-secret project against mutants. Having become a national figure, Metzger contemplated running for the presidency, but was eventually killed by Magneto. This is going to be in the movie, y'all. And it's going to be in future X-Men shit. So Children of the Atom, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. If you haven't read that, check it out. It's extremely good. all this shit off the screen. You got Charles Xavier, Jean Grey, Hank McCoy, Scott Summers, Robert Drake, and Warren Worthington. What else?
That's crazy. So now we know what's going down in Jersey. Why
No, it's
Magneto?
going down there. Yeah, that's why Magneto's fucking up Jersey. No question.
Mm.
And let's see. Is Avengers Doomsday adapting? What the fuck is with these websites, bro? How about the thing I want to read? I can't read, bro, because you want to show me ads.
Yeah, you soon we're gonna have to pay a company to block all ads now.
Yeah. They're just going to cover anything you want to see with ads, and you're going to have to pay to remove it to see what you want to see.
Yep.
Even shows you want to watch, they're going to just put an ad in front of the show. You got to pay to remove it.
Yep. That's the hustle.
All right. So when it comes to Avengers Doomsday, Marvel's curtain of secrecy is strong as ever, but as always, we can usually count the actors and count on the actors to let slip some intriguing new details. Ian McKellen's latest comment to Tom Holland's style faux pas recently teased a major set piece in the film, blah blah blah, that he's gonna that he destroyed New Jersey. So will they adapt Ultimatum? Well, they're going to Ultimatum, but the New Jersey thing is linked with Metzger in Children of the Atom, where Magneto. But here's another link where this happens. So it says McKellen's comments immediately bring to mind 2009's Ultimatum, a series that pits the Ultimate Universe versions of the X-Men's Avengers and Fantastic Four against a very angry Magneto. And we know that this movie is going to be X-Men, Avengers, and Fantastic Four. So this is a storyline that very much will be taken from, in the MCU Avengers movies. Very angry Magneto. As the story opens, Magneto has gone off the deep end after being confronted with the deaths of his children, Quicksilver and Scarlet Witch. In retaliation, he attempts to destroy human civilization by reversing Earth's magnetic poles and causing a series of global disasters. One of the disasters include a massive tidal wave that hits Manhattan and drowns thousands. Even a great many superheroes like Daredevil, Beast, and Nightcrawler are killed in the deluge. It's not New Jersey, though it is on the other side of the Hudson River, but this story remains the most notable example of where Magneto destroys in a major American metropolis. So, yeah, they may mix that with the whole Metzger thing being in New Jersey, and that's why he does it in New Jersey. He's sitting on a throne here on the cover. He's got Thor's hammer at his feet. When God didn't like what he created, he washed it all away in 40 days and nights. I will do it in 3. Magneto.
Magneto is a crazy psychopath.
He's a bad motherfucker. How does Magneto accomplish these terrible acts? All this thanks to Thor's hammer, Mjolnir. Magneto captures the hammer in the prelude to the story, 2008's The Ultimates 3. Using his magnetic powers, Magneto is effectively able to cancel out Mjolnir's enchantment and manipulate the hammer to his will. Drowning Manhattan is this opening salvo in Magneto's war of destruction. By the end of Ultimatum, numerous heroes are dead, including Wolverine, the majority of the X-Men, even Cyclops is assassinated. Not before he vaporizes Magneto's head. Ultimatum even ends with Dr. Doom himself getting his head crushed by the Thing, proving that no one was wearing plot armor in the Ultimate Universe anymore. Ultimatum is not a well-regarded comic, put it mildly. It's just the shoddy characterization of the number of major deaths in the features of the story, the very bizarre, faux, edgy tone with which those deaths are presented. One particularly rivaled scene is Magneto's henchman, the Blob, devouring the corpse of the Wasp like a ravenous zombie. Though Marvel's Ultimate line continued for several years after, some would argue Ultimatum marked the beginning of the end for the universe. In short, Ultimatum is not the first X-Men Avengers story crossover we think Marvel to adapt to Doomsday, but is there a kernel of a good idea here? Certainly, the basic concept of Magneto single-handedly annihilating a city has major merit to it. Could it be reworked to fit the MCU? Let's take a closer look how Doomsday could adapt Ultimatum for its own benefit. I I'm not going to go any further here because I think they're reaching, and I don't think this lines up. I don't think he's going to flood the city by changing the Earth's poles. I don't think it's going to be, and then plus that was New York. It's going to be more like where he's probably fighting that Metzger dude who's in New Jersey and, damage control. He's probably going to wreck some buildings and shit. I don't think he's really going to lay waste to the entire city of New Jersey, like as in some biblical flood or something. I don't think that's what Ian meant. Like the way he was saying it, like I did destroy Jersey. I destroyed Jersey. He could have, tore down some buildings downtown or some shit. He still would have said that. So we don't know to what extent he destroys New Jersey, and he didn't. Doing it the way he does it in this comic that they're talking about is kind of inadvertently, like he fucks with the poles and it causes a big tidal wave which floods the city. That's not him like actively in the city crashing shit with his magnetic powers.
Yeah,
which is what I imagine Ian McKellen was referring to. Not that he flooded it from afar. Yo, speaking of big X-Men stories, though, they are dropping the trilogy. If you guys haven't read Messiah Complex, it's one of my favorite mutant anythings. It's got a lot of Bishop, a lot of Cable, Strife, all that cool shit. A lot of post-apocalyptic stuff that I love, like post-apocalyptic stories and stuff. I really dig for some whatever reason, and this is definitely like one of the coolest ones, and it's got all the coolest mutants and futuristic shit and apocalypse. It's just dope. And they're putting it together for the first time in an omnibus, and they're adding some things, it says, and they're actually taking some things out of the story. I have all the graphic novels, but I don't have it in an omnibus, and they're saying that they're taking out, it says they alter the X-Men Messiah trilogy omnibus content for its 2026 printing. Okay, so the omnibus, the trilogy omnibus was there. Now they're doing it in 2026, updating the collected issues. Cable 11 and 12 and Messiah Complex Mutant Files are removed as they don't directly tie into the trilogy. X-Men Blind Science #1 and X-Men Hellbound 1 through 3 are added, fully tying in for the first time in any omnibus edition. The new omnibus totals 1,160 pages by up to 48 with no price increase. Up 48, up by 48 with no price increase. So 48 more pages of story, same price, making it a more comprehensive X-Men collection. Well, I for one am pre-ordering this joint. You will have Messiah Complex one shot number X-Men, Uncanny X-Men 1981, 492, 490 to 494, 523 to 525, X-Men 1991, 205 to 207, New X-Men 2004, 44 to 46, X-Factor 25 and 27, X-Men The Times and Life of Lucas Bishop 2009, 1 through 3, Cable 2008, 13 through 15, X-Force Cable Messiah War one shot 2009, X-Force 2008, 14, 16, 26, 28, X-Men Future History, The Messiah War Source Book, Second Coming, Prepare, Second Coming 1 and 2, New Mutants 12 and 14, X-Men Legacy 235 to 237, and X-Men Blind Science #1 and Hellbound 1 through 3. That's a lot of dope shit.
A lot of crazy reading, word. Word up. You. Yeah, man.
These are some of the books. Second Coming, Revelations, Messiah Complex,
Mhm.
Second Coming.
Okay. So that's gonna put all those in one omnibus.
Yeah, and then I got like 3 or 4 more down there on the shelf in my cable shelf, my X-Men X-Force shelf.
Okay.
But nah, yeah. This was some of the best shit to me. So if somebody asked me what X-Men shit to read, I know everybody always says like the obvious shit, the Chris Claremont shit. I always send people to these.
Yeah, Claremont was dope. He did his thing, but there's other vast stories out there. So
Yeah, Claremont's the man. Like he did all the, all the like the main, the more like iconic ones.
yeah.
Days of Future Past and Dark Phoenix and Phoenix, all the iconic shit that we're used to knowing from the 80s was all Claremont.
Yeah, man.
Yo, we was talking about Storm the other day, and that chick that played the Wicked Witch in Wicked.
Yeah.
Please don't fucking make her Storm, dog. Damn, please don't make her Storm, bro.
Yeah,
please don't.
Because see, this is the thing. She got to be thick. This woman is not thick. She's not thick at all. Storm is a thick African goddess. So how are they gonna? They got away with Halle. They got away with that. You know what I'm saying? Which I didn't like Halle as. I never wanted Halle Berry as Storm to begin with.
I never really liked any of those.
Because the complexion was too light. Because Storm
like
was
Wolverine was too tall. Like the whole cast was off to me.
Yeah, the only one they got right was Cyclops.
They did James Marsden.
He was the only one that got right.
Could. Yeah. He was on point.
You know what I'm saying? He looked the right age too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? During that time.
He fits a certain Cyclops. Yeah. He's not my favorite. My favorite Cyclops is the more militant, more kind of badass Cyclops.
Yeah. But Storm
he's
was
the more Boy Scout
after Grace Jones.
Right.
Yeah. She was modeled after Grace Jones.
Yeah.
So you would want to get some, like, if you look at what was the thing where Eddie Renaissance, not what Renaissance man, what was it?
The chick that played in Wicked looked more like Grace Jones.
Talk about that Eddie. Remember the Eddie Murphy movie? Boomerang?
No, I'm just saying she looked more like Grace Jones than Halle do.
Yeah, she looked like more like Grace Jones, which looks like Storm, but she doesn't have the build. You know what I'm saying? Grace Jones, even though she wasn't super,
she wasn't really thick either, though. Yeah, she was super athletic.
She was athletic.
Acrobatic, yeah.
Whew. But it's like, why even cause that controversy? You could find.
I've never been attracted to Grace Jones in my life, dog.
Nah, there's parts when you look at her, you're like, hold up. You're like, whoa. I mean, her haircuts were crazy, Her style, she was the new Vogue, she was wild for her time. But if you see her model in Jamaica and stuff like, you're like, whoa, hold up here. There's something going on over here, But yeah, man. She was tall because Grace Jones is tall. Mm-hmm. So if you look at Strange and Boomerang, that was Grace, that was Storm. But more, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
flamboyance of
or yeah. I
You
think
know?
of her from Conan. That's really where
yeah, that too.
that
Conan.
era. Yeah. But even younger too, when she was Grace Jones was when Stan Lee made Storm, what did Grace Jones look like?
Yeah. And you hear the power in Grace Jones' voice, and then you think of the old cartoons with Storm's voice, and you hear it. It's a commanding voice. Why are you here, Juggernaut? You know her voice was on some commanding shit. So Grace Jones was the same way. Her voice was
Storm.
Commanding. There you go. Bomb.
Storm.
Off top. I knew that when I was little reading. I was like, this look like Grace Jones. I'm like, oh, snap. Yeah. Because, Conan and all that stuff, and, her songs. She used to do her own songs and stuff. So it was wild. You see her, look at Storm, man.
Grace Jones.
Word. Like commanding all power. See her face, the fullness in the face, the eyebrows, the whole thing. There you got it. Boom. So if they and Lupita would have been perfect as well. Lupita would have been perfect as Storm, but they miscast her for an agent that's in love with T'Challa when it's supposed to be Storm. Boom. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, they be wilding.
T'Challa and Storm was supposed to, they together in the comics.
So why did they put Lupita as, you know what I'm saying? Come on, man. Yeah, they messed up on the casting, man. Whoever cast for a lot of those movies post Endgame, they need to get their ass whooped. Because the plans are right there, man.
Yeah, man.
Even before that, but there was an excuse before that because it was just, the superhero genre that was hitting in movies was a new thing for them on the second go round. You know what I'm saying? Right. Now they vets at it, so they should know casting means everything. You know what I mean? Casting means everything. And she was scary too. Vamp, you ever seen Vamp? Yeah, I was scared of Grace Jones, yo.
Hell yeah, bro.
I seen that movie Vamp. I was like, yo, nah.
I was scared of her from Conan, son. I was a little kid, bro, and she scared me, bro. Her and that blue vampire scared the shit out of me.
Yo, that's
remember the blue vampire chick?
Yeah.
Or she was a witch. And she
turned blue. Conan was popping her and turned into a werewolf and then blasted off.
Word.
Threw her in the fire.
Threw her in the fire too.
Word up.
Yeah, so she was Storm. I wasn't mad at how she looked at all.
Yeah, I mean,
I like the whole mohawk look for Storm.
Yeah, but see, right there, this is where they play the tricks. Yeah. She looks like Storm there, most definitely, but in the movie, she looks lighter. Like, what the fuck is going on over here? You know what I'm saying? Give her the right tone, and it's perfect.
Yeah, she's definitely a more. I mean, she's pretty light skinned here. She's more of a brown, like a chocolate brown, cocoa brown, maybe almost red bone right here.
I don't know about that, but she's.
I mean, not quite, but I mean, almost, bro. Look, almost.
I mean, that's the pigment in the mags, the dots.
But he never made her super dark in any of them comics. Like these are the old pictures.
Well, she's supposed to be an African. She becomes a queen, but she's a queen.
She's a queen of Kenya or something. Yeah.
So
and they worship her as a goddess because she had power.
Complexion over there is Lupita's complexion on average. So
yeah.
So
but that's not. But yeah,
See how thick it is,
they're
though?
trying to go by the imagery that people
Yeah.
know,
Yeah, true.
and the people know. But yeah, Storm has definitely been whitewashed a lot in the comics.
Mhm.
For example,
Like, yo, come on now.
wow.
Yeah, Storm, and
Wait,
that's the thing for me. It's like if they got Storm locked down right, at least have that, and then you got Wolverine locked down right. You got a good X-Men movie on your hands because those two pivotal characters. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Beast is gonna be Beast regardless. You know, Kirk Wagner, he's gonna be who he is.
Now this is the new current Storm.
Yeah, exactly. Bomb.
That's the new current Storm.
That
So they're
dope
trying
as
to
hell.
match that. Yeah, and if they're trying to match that, so that's why we might get the wicked actress.
She still got to be thick. I don't give a damn what they match up. If she ain't coming on set thick as hell, man,
I don't want her.
I'll be shitting all over that movie, yo. I'm like Storm.
You know how many? Yeah, there's so many better actresses they could choose.
You know,
They're just choosing her because of the popularity of Wicked and stuff.
and that's the wrong thing to do because
Yeah,
the fuckers like us don't give a fuck about Wicked.
exactly. It's
You
like
know what I'm saying?
you need to read the room, and that's what Marvel's problem is. They don't know how to read their fucking audience.
No,
They don't. They're trying to cater to people that aren't even fans, and it's just weird.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna say some wild shit though. If they cast that wicked chick as Storm, they might as well cast Helen Mirren as fucking Storm on some real shit because she can do a better Storm than that chick.
Helen Mirren.
Word is
Word.
on some real shit.
Helen Mirren could kill it if she was young.
You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. Plus, that chick is she kind of anorexic and shit. Her and that other girl walking around like they got, you know, they on some last starvation shit.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Come on, man. Don't do that. Then you gotta try to feed her and she's on some, you know what I mean? Nah.
they trying to make her look more like Halle Berry in the animated shit.
Yeah.
There's
That's the figure.
that Storm.
Yeah. Boom.
Damn, what figure? Why don't I have this figure?
She's a wild Omega level mutant too. Come on.
Oh yeah. One of the
Off the
most
chart,
powerful
baby.
mutants. Yeah, one of the most powerful mutants in the game.
Yeah. I think the X-Men on par has the most Omega level mutants in their crew.
Mm-hmm.
Because the Brotherhood of Evil Mutants didn't have only who Magneto.
They got a couple. Yeah,
only
They have-
two real Omega level.
Nah, they got a
Later, I
bunch.
mean, yeah, but I mean later on. I'm talking about the early.
Yeah. The original Brotherhood was just like Blob, Toad, fucking a bunch of like cretins,
yeah,
henchmen and shit.
yeah. So, but you know, you got Jean Grey, and now Cyclops is an old mega level because his energy blast can put you in another dimension and shit. All this wild shit going on with him. You know what I'm saying? So it's like a gateway, but it's a force beam and all this other stuff. He could open portals with his eyes type shit. I'm like, yo, hold up. So he's Omega level. His brother's Omega level.
They got
what?
Unis. Yeah, they got Lorelei. So these a lot of these characters were in the movie. Lorelei.
Yeah.
Unis, I don't know Unis. Blob, Mastermind. We didn't. Jason Wingard. Yeah, he's dope. He ends up, you know,
biting the dust.
Yeah, but he becomes the Black King or something in the
Yeah.
What you call it? Man, what was this shit called?
Oh, you talking about the The crew with the white witch, not the white, the white.
Yeah, with Scarlet with
Emma Frost in them.
Emma Frost. Yeah, dog. Goddamn. But yeah, he later becomes a bigger character. Scarlet Witch, Quicksilver, Toad, and then we got the new Brotherhood of Evil Mutants came, and then you had Mystique, Avalanche, Destiny, Pyro, Rogue, and Blob. Rogue was a villain at first.
Yeah, I know that. I remember that.
Yeah.
That's why I didn't like the first X-Men movie when it came out. I was like, yo, what is this shit? Right here, what is this garbage they doing? You know what I mean? Like, come on, man. I could do better.
It says the original Brotherhood of Evil Mutants was formed by the mutant master of magnetism known as Magneto to serve as his accomplices in the conquest of humanity. The original Brotherhood's membership fluctuated over the years. Quicksilver and Scarlet Witch defected from the group to join the Avengers. Magneto later recruited Lorelei, one of the Savage Land primitives, and artificially mutated.
Yep.
See Savage Land mutates. Eventually, Magneto disbanded the group and various members went their separate ways. New Brotherhood. Second group of radically motivated mutants going by the name of the Brotherhood of Evil Mutants was organized by the mutant shapeshifter called Mystique. This brotherhood, having no connection to Magneto, is still active. The Blob is the only person who has belonged to both incarnations of the Brotherhood. Note, after disbanding the original Brotherhood of Evil Mutants, Magneto organized a pro team band of mutants to aid him in one of his conquests. These mutants, never actually operating under the name Brotherhood, were enlisted by the mutant Mandrill after Magneto dismissed them. They are Shocker, Peeper, Slither, Lifter, and Burner, not pictured here.
Yeah. Now with Mystique, the reason why what you call Rogue is there because that's Mystique's mother. I mean daughter.
Mm-hmm.
Rogue is Mystique's daughter, so she had some hold on to her until she broke away from her. And didn't they say something about that in '97 X-Men? Like
I believe
her and Kirk Wagner, they're both brother and sister. They didn't know it, and then they found out. Yeah. Nightcrawler, brother and sister. And then and I think there's another one. You can see her siblings and stuff like that too.
Let's see. Rogue first appeared in Avengers Annual 10, 1981. Depicted as a mutant, Early history was only revealed after 20 years after her introduction. So yeah, when she first came out, they didn't tell her name, they didn't tell her backstory, none of that shit. That shit came way later, 20 years later, according to this. And her backstory was later established, and her real name was Anna Marie.
Yeah.
Although her surname remains unknown. A runaway from the fictional Caldot County, Mississippi, Rogue is adopted by Mystique and Destiny and inducted into the Brotherhood of Evil Mutants.
Yeah.
She prematurely absorbs Ms. Marvel's psyche and abilities, and fearing for her sanity, defects from the Brotherhood to join the X-Men to use her powers for good. So that's why Rogue is one of the most powerful characters in Marvel's, because she has Ms. Marvel's abilities.
Yep.
That's why she has super strength and flight and all that stuff. Because she basically has Ms. Marvel powers. And then let's see, would later gain full control of her mutant abilities. Rogue considers them a curse for many years as they prevent her from getting close to others, including her on-off love interest and eventual husband, Gambit, with whom she stars in the team series Rogue and Gambit and Mr. and Mrs. X.
X, yeah, that's a wild series, that Mr. and Mrs. X.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, she's no joke. She's dope.
Yeah.
And Pat Quinn is coming back as Rogue too, ain't she? She's supposed
probably.
Yeah.
I haven't heard that, but I'm sure.
Sucky.
Sucky.
Yeah, you seen that on HBO? The what you call it?
True Blood.
True Blood. Yeah, suck it.
I've watched that whole series like 3 times.
Yeah, it's crazy.
That shit is off the chain, bro.
Hell yeah.
That shit is crazy. It's like a wild vampire soap opera, wild, weird shit. But not even just vampires. It talks about all every kind of fucking supernatural creature.
Yeah, they got the shit.
They all exist.
The werewolves.
Maenads.
Yeah.
That bitch.
Fairies. Yeah, the fairies. The
Fae.
Yeah, the fae. Yeah, the demonic fae. Yo, this shit is crazy.
What's crazy is that whole show, season 1 is based on this book. The something of death or dead something. I don't know. But it's Sookie Stackhouse series. And she wrote a series of books. All the titles have the word dead in it in somewhere, whatever. But the fucking show didn't really follow the books. It started off, but then the show went off on its own wild shit.
Probably do.
Yeah,
they needed to boost the ratings and do some more,
make it more sensational and
because people they were saying it was dried out because people wanted to see more vampirism, more vampire hunter type shit and all this other stuff.
Yeah,
it wasn't like that. It was just in the bayou, just like Interview with a Vampire. That shit ain't like action packed. It's a story of Lattès and all them. Lestat, there you go. And it's a lot. If you look at the history of a lot of vampire movies, they definitely take place in Louisiana. A lot of
them. Yeah. And it's because of Anne Rice. It's because of Lestat and all that. And I got a bunch of the books, dog, that she wrote like 11 of them. But this shit right here, it's like an omnibus. It has Interview with the Vampire, Lestat, and Queen of the Damned all in one book. Nice. Thick ass book.
Yeah, Anne Rice was on some shit.
Bro.
I think she really saw vampires, man. I think she really seen them.
I mean, if anybody has, it's her. Like 1, 2, 3, 4. I got like 6 of them, dog. they're wild, bro. They're crazy books, dog. The books are way crazier than the movies. Yeah. The movies don't even begin to fucking scratch the surface. But this motherfucker here is scratching shit. Wolverine. And the game that's coming out, Insomniac, it says teases a Daredevil appearance in its upcoming Wolverine game. A clip of Wolverine brandishing his claws was shared with the caption, "Claws, that's it." Some kind of fancy lawyer lingo. So yeah, that's the lawyer. Daredevil, yeah. This game could be dope. It really could be dope. I'm very excited for it. Wolverine's definitely one of my top 3 favorite characters. So, and it's not an MCU. It's not a Hugh Jackman Wolverine game. It's a, you know what I'm saying? It's a Wolverine game.
Yeah. Definitely.
Sadly, from what I've seen, though, the fucking character model kind of looks like Sabretooth from the MCU instead of Hugh Jackman. So, not really a lot better. If that ends up being the case. Yeah, man.
A lot of
What's the latest update with Blue Beetle? He said, "I don't think that chapter's been closed. I've had friendly conversations with Peter Safran and John Rickard, and I know James is a huge fan of Blue Beetle, James Gunn, and he said multiple times that Blue Beetle is part of the DCU."
Yeah, they got to come with number 2. They got to come because the first one was really good. I really enjoyed that movie. I really enjoyed.
It said Peter Safran, the guy that it's Gunn and Safran run the DCU. He said, I will say that I personally, and I'm not saying that they've said it, I personally would love to continue Blue Beetle 2, Blue Beetle 3, work with Zolo, the guy that plays Blue Beetle, and the whole Reyes family. But we've had conversations of how we can expand the adventures of the Reyes family via animation. And that's something that it finally happens, whether or not conversations have been had. It would be nice. I think you can do so much with animation, and it's also a fun medium that I've always wanted to explore. So if the movie gods and the people of our dear families at DC Warner Brothers see fit, I would love nothing more than continue to tell that story. So yeah, basically an animated story about the Reyes family, I think sounds horrible.
No, I don't think so. Because like, if you think about it, it gives Blue Beetle, when they made it, gives off Ben 10 vibes. If you ever seen Ben 10, the cartoon,
that's true. Yeah, it would be better as a cartoon.
Yeah, and then you know, if you look at Blue Beetle and you've seen the Ben 10 movies, same type of vibe there. So I'm like, and that's kind of like why I like it, because I like Ben 10. Ben 10 is a dope ass cartoon.
Oh hell yeah, bro! My son loves Ben 10.
Yeah, and then the movie itself is dope. I enjoy the movies, the 2 movies they had on Ben 10. Like, yo, you know what I'm saying? So I think
my son loves it. Blaze, I haven't seen really a lot of the Ben 10, but he swears by it. He said that shit is
dope,
dope.
bro. It's dope as shit. Oh yeah. He turns into different aliens and stuff to adapt. Like, yo,
he has he's got the little bracelet.
Yeah.
And he slam on it like that, and it turns him into a different alien. And the alien has different powers and abilities, and he uses the abilities to fight whoever he's fighting. It's a dope concept. You know what I'm saying?
Very dope. So
damn, they made Warbird thick.
Yeah, they come with that type and keep it going with it. I mean, the Reyes family as a
look.
Oh, she got cheeks, cheeks and thighs.
Wow, no wonder everybody. Now I see why everybody was tripping about this figure. Y'all some gooner motherfuckers.
Yeah, that's crazy. Because and if you notice in the comic book realm, everybody's going crazy off these pinup covers, man. And I'm sick of it. I'm like, yo, I want action covers. I want the covers.
Yeah, these gooners, bro. Like, y'all want nothing but these weird, like, Vampirella naked and shit. Like, who cares, bro? Like, who cares? I want to see Rogue naked.
You got Gun Honey comics and shit like that. I'm like, yo,
Gun Honey and all that. Yeah, like, come on, bro. What is that for? What are you doing?
They jamming on the one.
You jamming on the one, bro? On the comic book, bro? Come on,
jamming on the one. These guys are sick. No more nudie books.
Comic, bro.
Jamming on the pinup covers.
Jamming on the one, like Theo.
Shout out to Malcolm Jamal.
Shout out to Malcolm Jamal, yo. Word. Man,
real classy dude, man. Too early,
man. Way too early.
Word up. Yo, man. But yeah,
bro.
But yeah, the roast to roast Trump is just like he already roasts himself. Whenever he talks, he roasts himself.
Pretty much.
The funniest shit to me. I'm like, roast? Why are you roasting him? He roasts himself all the time.
I just thought it was funny, just a tongue-in-cheek kind of thing, you know.
He's cooked.
Nothing serious. He's a clown, bro. It's to me, if you take him seriously in any way, I can't take you seriously.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I just know at this point, I don't think he's going to make it his full term as president. This fourth, I think he's either going to go, he's going to be bedridden, because that means something is happening internal inside of you that they can't figure out because you shitting on yourself.
Yeah, you can't hold your bowels in, and you got the best medical treatment or whatever in the world. Doctors, you know what I'm saying, making sure you're supposed to be the healthiest guy on the planet, and they can't keep your asshole closed. And it's
over.
time to wrap it up.
And
But
it shows you could be the most powerful, wealthiest, rich person in the world, but if you shit on yourself, you're gonna be the last with stock of the planet.
you know what's funny? You know what's funny? The Republic, like his whole party and shit, they're trying to act like it didn't happen, and they're just like sweeping it under the rug and stuff. Imagine if Biden shit himself. Fox would be on day fucking 4 of their fucking nonstop fucking coverage of the shart herd around the world.
Well,
They would be milking the fuck out of it.
They did something like that to Biden when he kept falling.
Right.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Imagine if he shit himself. They would have never fucking, you would have heard the end of it. But Trump shits himself and you could hear a pin drop. Nobody saying nothing.
Yeah, because they got a good thing going. They got a almost senile man shitting on himself, who's an egomaniac, who's blinded by his own egomaniacism.
And it's letting them do whatever they want.
Yes, they're like, oh, we're gonna cover it up and have this guy take the fall. Okay,
because imagine someone like Trump. That's why people like wonder why these guys, like, why is he still in power? Why are y'all still letting him in power? Imagine this. All the people that are in power, they know that all they have to do is stroke this psycho's ego.
Yeah.
And they get whatever they want. Mr. Trump. That's all they got to do is make him think it was his idea. Oh, you really on then?
Yeah, and that's what they've been doing. They come up with it. Yo, I know. I like how you did it. He's like, yeah, it's pretty good.
It was brilliant. Yeah. Perfect. That was brilliant what you did, Mr. Trump.
Yeah.
Oh yes, it was the greatest. It was the greatest.
It was the greatest. Let me sign it. Let me sign the book. So you can have some real laws that I created. Like, motherfucker.
I created it all.
I created it all. I'm the fix. You know. And then they try to do it in a way where it's like a give and take. Oh, we're going to give you some of the campaign promises, but not the ones you really want, but some of the ones. Like this dude came out talking about giving everybody $2,000 because of the Doge debacle. And nobody got it yet. Yo, this shit is crazy. Like, yo, they're just promising wild stuff out the blue. Like
it's a fucking horror show, man. It's a circus.
I just think that ever since Kennedy was murdered, assassinated, and his brother, that type of thing was like it's no good. It's a real puppet act. I mean, even like him was something because he was running around fucking bitches and all that. But
but he was
he had
a playboy. He was
value to him. He had a moral compass in a strange way. In a strange way.
His brother really did.
Yeah, his brother did. I mean, their family does. They have a moral compass because that's how they are.
I mean, I ain't gonna give because his father was a bootlegger.
Yeah.
The Kennedy's money comes from bootlegging alcohol during Prohibition.
Yeah, I know that.
They're gangsters.
Shoot,
and they made it to the White House.
Even my grandfather was a bootlegger, man. Shit.
Right, but I'm saying, but they prop these motherfuckers up like Camelot, and it's the greatest, the most pure people of y'all fucking gangsters that made it here, just like Trump, just like all these other motherfuckers. Y'all all just fucking con men and gangsters and con men and people that like a politician, bro, is a con artist. He's just conning you to get your vote.
But at the same time,
money
about it though.
Lobbyists.
You think about it, Reno. He was the last one that was on a pedestal in his family, like gentlemen gangsters who had a code. Women and children are off limits.
When I say gangster, when I call Trump and them gangsters, I don't mean gangster as in like my grandfather and like the stand-up guys and the real Italian, like the mafia gangster.
I mean, I'm even saying because the mafia roll with Kennedy. You know what I'm saying? The mafia Kennedy.
Well, the mafia bootlegging. I mean, that's what made the mafia what it was.
Yeah,
bootlegging.
what I'm saying is the gentleman gangsters. Even amongst gangsters, there was a code. Women and children are not to be touched, and the elderly are not to be, you know what I'm saying? Not to be touched.
Of course,
These
ever.
motherfuckers are play gangsters, bullshit
Yeah,
artists.
right.
Because women, children, and the elderly have all been murdered, slaughtered under these motherfuckers'
Yeah,
rulership, or so to speak. You know
that's
what I'm
their
saying?
victim.
Where back in the day, it wasn't so much of that. It wasn't so much. You had flare-ups here and there because you have real crazy motherfuckers. But for the most part, women, children, and the elderly was off limits. Period. In anything.
Watch this.
Off limits. You know what I'm saying? But now it's all they don't care about no goddamn body. It's like, it all goes down the drain.
All down the drain.
So these guys ain't gangsters in the White House. They're thugs.
Thugs.
They're just thugs.
Sick bastards.
Yes.
This dude didn't.
A recent Epstein files releases have contained some incredibly disturbing photographs, but to me, none have been more disturbing than the photographs of Epstein with the children. Now, at this point, I've looked through thousands of the files, I've scanned through thousands of images and even some of the videos, and I have seen pornographic images. There are fully graphic, uncensored images depicting pornography in the Epstein files that they just released. But to me, these photos are some of the pictures that really stand out because we have no idea who this young child is. Clearly, we can see the child's face is redacted, but also, disturbingly, there's a little square right there.
Yeah, man.
There are even photos of Epstein holding this child in his lap, as you can see right here. And I don't know who these people are. I don't know who this man is. I don't know who this woman is. I don't know why they're allowing Epstein to be near their children. And you don't know the context of any of this. But there are also within these new files multiple victims that are accusing Epstein and his cadre of evil cohort of having trafficked young girls. I'm talking children. If you've studied the Epstein story, you know that he's trafficked children, boys, and girls. So this is nothing new. But this is something also the media has never really admitted to. For some reason, they want to portray the Epstein thing as exclusively, the trafficking of 15, 16, 17, 18-year-old young girls. But in fact, not only were girls that age being trafficked, but there were also older girls and older women and very, very young children. I mean, we've seen allegations in some of the files here that children were being examined, having their pelvises examined by people like Donald Trump. We've also seen in the pages of this new release of documents, allegations of children being murdered, of torture videos, of snuff films being created, of babies. This is a real quote from one of the emails, and we'll talk about this later. Babies being murdered and then people eating the feces out of the baby's intestines. That is a real allegation that comes from one of these recent files, and I can show it to you. But yeah, I'll talk about that in another video. For now, we just need to keep making videos about Epstein, keep talking about Epstein, keep commenting, keep liking these videos, reposting these videos. Because clearly, nobody is going to ever hold these fucking people accountable. Nobody. We are the closest people to a Justice Department at this point, journalists online and people that are talking about this, than exists in our own government at this moment. Here we have a guy who's actually convicted of child sex crimes, pictured with children. You have documents, thousands and thousands of documents alleging complicity from other powerful men in this guy's crimes. And our Justice Department actually has the courage to sit there and say, yeah, he never trafficked anybody to anyone, and he basically worked completely alone. So, as always, fuck the DOJ, fuck the FBI, and fuck this administration.
Facts. Because the head of the FBI is part of it.
Oh yeah, all this motherfuckers, Department of Justice, the Department of Defense, all them motherfuckers.
On some real shit.
Yeah.
On some real shit, this dude Cash Patel, you can look at him and know this motherfucker ain't right. He don't even look right. He don't even look like a real fucking human being. He looks like he's always on some type of drug, man. You look at this motherfucker, he just like the motherfucker don't know how to blink or some shit. He looks crazy. He looks like he belongs in a mental institution. That's what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? If we seen a motherfucker like this, he's either crazy or on some wild shit, man. Yo, you look at
Oh, he
this.
look high, bro. Look, he can't even
He's
open his eye.
always high, man.
That's Cash Patel right there.
Yeah, he has to wear glasses to cover up his fucking googly eye action he got going on. This motherfucker look like a googly eye, the demonic doll type shit, man. Look at this motherfucker, man.
Epstein files.
He's in the Epstein files, is making having a meeting.
Ooh, they took the video down.
Yeah, see, because that's the video that they don't want nobody to see. They want people to see that other goofy shit. This was the major distraction, so they can scrub all the other videos that's making their rounds. You understand what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
Everybody's focusing on that lion in the jungle dumb shit. They scrubbing the internet. They going to Google, telling Google to scrub shit, or else. You know what I'm saying? Remember, the FCC is also a gangster under the wing of the fucking Trump administration. So Google got to abide by whatever the FCC tells them to do. So if they tell them you scrub this information off the web or else, you know what I'm saying? People don't understand this shit. FCC is goons too.
Mm-hmm.
It's another military apparatus. I don't understand why people don't understand this shit, man.
FBI director coming to Arizona. What is the FBI director? I mean, it's just mind blowing to me that this is the director of the FBI. I can't.
That's like Mondani being the mayor of New York. Like this motherfucker. Yeah, you young, but you gotta have experience. You gotta have some know-how. You gotta understand how the system works in order to move fluidly and adjust accordingly. This motherfucker don't know how to do shit either. He look like he sniffed coke on the side.
AGC, what up?
Hey, peace, y'all. How y'all doing?
Peace,
What's good, bro? Peace.
Yeah, I'm not going to hold y'all, so I'm not going to be real quick. I was busy, sorry I couldn't get on earlier. I sent you that article on the email you send this link to.
Oh, okay.
Okay, please send it to Raw. Please send it to Stu. Check it out. You don't got to read it on the show or anything. Just check it out and let me know what you think.
I mean, do you want me to read it on the show?
Read it first, and then we'll take it from there.
Sounds good. Sounds good.
We'll take it there. I gave y'all a nice shout out. I think you'll appreciate what I wrote. My crew liked it, so hopefully y'all understand where I'm coming from. Just check it out.
All right, no doubt.
All right, I'm not going to interrupt your conversation. I gotta take care of some things over here. I'm tired as hell, so I just wanted to come on real quick. Peace, y'all. I love the conversation. I wish I could jump in. Sorry, man.
No, it's all right, brother.
Hey, bro. Hey.
What's up?
The email, it just says the title. It's got a subject, and then it just says "send from my iPad," but there's nothing in the body. Was it a picture?
It was a PDF. Did you get a PDF?
Nah. Let me see. Nah, the attachment didn't come through. There's no attachment on it.
All right.
Try to do the attachment again and send it again.
Yeah, I'll try it again. I'll work on it before I. Okay. I'll do that right now.
Okay. Cool.
Bless. I'll talk to y'all next time.
Yeah. No, I mean, you welcome to join the convo. You know that, bro.
Oh, of course. I'm just. I'm busy.
All right, I feel you.
Busy.
All right, one.
All right, y'all. Peace.
Yeah, man. It's crazy.
Yeah, man. I gotta wrap it up anyway in a minute.
No doubt. Yeah, same here, man. I was getting ready to say that. Yo, I'm looking at the clock. I'm like, what?
Yeah, dog. I gotta go, but I gotta hang this fucking thing. I want to hang her from like a fishing string or some shit.
Oh yeah, that can be done.
Yeah. But yeah, man, y'all, we chopped it up. We did the damn thing. We had a good time. But check us out, man. We do this every Wednesday and every Saturday about 7 p.m. So if you had a good time, make sure you like and subscribe, run it back, watch it from the beginning, watch the whole video, comment, all that good stuff. Help us out. And we'll see you guys. Wednesday. So have a good rest of your weekend. Raw Talk, as always.
Same here, bro. Thanks for having me on. Thanks for putting up with my wildness, but you know how it go with me, man.
Always welcome, man. And like we always tell you,
be water, my friend.